I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase a bag, I want a way I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything. If I can see my dreams, I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality. Don't let go. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make what I want a reality.
I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my brain. Running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this. I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once, that is so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started the outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
Sorry about that. I was trying to get the chat out. I forgot to pull the chat out on this computer. I got done with the song and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I can't believe I still forgot to do that damn chat box. You resize it. There we go. Okay. Hope y'all had a good weekend. I will definitely be streaming on the weekends indefinitely as far as I'm concerned. So the weekends were fantastic. Keep up the good work. Y'all killing it. I will probably get off here around my... Dang. Yeah, I know what it's... I know what it's like. What the fuck is that? Was the Nintendo Switch always that small?
Classic Nintendo.
Hold on. That looks oddly small, right? Is it just me? Where's it at? That's way too small. There's no way. That's got to be an AI generated image. There's no way it was that small. Was it? That's definitely not a Game Boy. There's no way. Holy shit, it is that small. I guess I'm so used to playing on the Steam Deck, I didn't realize. Oh my god, this thing is tiny. Oh yeah, no, it is that small. Ah! I did not realize. I can't believe it. I'm kind of shocked. Of course, then again, I haven't played on my Nintendo Switch in, like, hell, well over 2 years now. Been a minute. They kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it to be that small. I don't know. Just about that big. Okay, let's see. What do we got? I don't think there's a lot as far as gaming. We got this Invincible stuff again.
Finally, I'm free.
This guy's crazy. God damn it, I never did watch those episodes of Invincible. God damn it.
I've arrived. The game is over. There is no greater pleasure than feeling the warmth of my fist drenched in your blood.
Go be lonely somewhere else.
Waking me up. Nothing to do now but die, boy. My turn now. Having fun?
Damn.
Stand ready.
This is mine.
All love.
What the fuck was that? Wait, what was that?
This is mine.
All love.
It's a heart. He really spit up a heart and flicked it.
Stand ready.
This is mine.
All love. Hold it. They all fear me. And so will you. One of us is going to die today. Now we're getting somewhere. Diet time.
Glory awaits us both in death.
You're almost as crazy as I am. Very good. Take it to your grave, boy.
I don't know what it is with this fighter game, dude. This just looks like shit. I'm sorry. There's way too much going on with the way too much going on with the screen. This is just too much. There's too much. It just feels cluttered. Am I the only person getting that feeling? It just feels cluttered.
Brave boy. This is what I'm here for. I'm going to enjoy this.
I'm not much of a fighter game myself. The last fighter game I played was for PlayStation 2, and it was a Mortal Kombat game.
Conquest. I don't even get a real name. Only a purpose.
And that's it. Great. Let me see. Let me try PlayStation. Maybe PlayStation's got some good stuff on it. Y'all see that the PlayStation prices went up by $100 across the board? There's not a damn thing. Oh, wait a minute. This Alien Deathstorm looks like it's going to be good. I'm very excited about Alien Deathstorm. That's it. That's all we get, boys. But we got this month's games for April, so let's see how this goes.
It's me again, the guy with the video game release dates, and guess what? I've got a big, huge pastel-colored Easter basket full of brand new ones. Here are April 2026's biggest game releases. because the release dates get announced right after we've already finished making the video, like in the case of Slay the Spire 2, which hit early access on PC on March 5th. But sometimes we just leave a game off our list due to sheer human error because everybody makes mistakes sometimes, like we did with Planet of Lana 2 Children of the Leaf, which hit PC, Xbox Series, Switch.
That's okay, ain't nobody gonna play that anyway.
And both the PlayStations
wanna move
that very
on.
same day as well. Now let's get into it. If you want an appropriately foolish game to play on April Fool's Day, Goat Simulator 3
that's streamer slop game. If you go watch a streamer, typically you're gonna see them playing this streamer slop.
If goats don't have enough
Streamer
legs
slop
you,
for the
that's a weird
piggies.
complaint, but a day later you can check out Darwin's Paradox, the colorful
This one actually looks kind of good. This Darwin's Paradox with the little octopus where you got to go through the levels. I think this game might actually be kind of good. Not gonna lie.
stealth platformer that also features some Metal Gear Solid references because it's published by Konami. That's on all the newer
I didn't know
consoles
that.
and PC. If funny animal games are too silly, you can also get down to business with some serious meditative factory automation in Modulus.
You see, this is for people that played Factorio. Typically, it's your political streamer that doesn't know how to just get away from gaming. So they'll play something like this to make it seem like they're smarter than what they really are. They call this being a midwit.
PC
Midwits
that
play
day
this.
as well. On April 7th, there's Kulo Nico Bowl Up, a generous serving of a cooking game drizzled in anime aesthetics and sprinkled with a pinch of visual novel relationship management. If your interests are more musical
Nobody plays this. I don't know who it's for, but it's definitely not for the average gamer. There's
and
nobody.
culinary, People of Note is a turn-based RPG with rhythm game elements set in a society where different factions and
Rhythm based is for people that don't know how to get away from board games and they want to claim that they're a gamer. So they play these kind of games thinking that it's going to be easier, and they're just crazy.
territories spring up around different musical genres, and it's up to you to assemble a killer fusion supergroup. On April 8th, there's Chain Staff, a brutal action platformer with a properly bizarre art style. Its baroque amounts of detail and truly alien creatures might look like they were created with
I don't know who the fuck plays 2D games. I can't even make a comment on 2D games. I don't know what to fucking say about them. Apparently, a lot of people play them because they keep making them. So obviously, there is an audience for it.
help of algorithms or deep learning.
This one looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the 2D games, they just look good. They just look good, and it's sometimes they play good. I don't know. I've never like sat down and played a full 2D game because they're not exactly my cup of tea. But
visuals were thought up and drawn by the brains and hands of actual humans.
Sometimes there's so much beauty in the world. I feel like I can't take it.
Just really weird humans. That one's coming to everything. If you're more interested in making human hands collide with human brains in a more drab and grounded setting, look no further.
this is your average gamer slop. Every gamer in the world will play this and determine from that if they hate their lives more or not.
Further than Samson,
It depends on if there's any DEI in it or not.
a Tindleston story. This is a gritty, story-driven brawler set in an open-ish world, while the graphics and driving
I will absolutely play this if it's good.
sequences might make it look like a full-scale AAA experience. It is likely going to be a bit leaner in scope.
I'm not even
as
gonna
it's
lie, unless I get a free copy of a game in the near future, there's no way in hell I'm gonna buy a game out of the gate until I know how good it is or how decent it's gonna be.
developed by a 40-person team at the fledgling studio Liquid Swords. However, in addition to being named after a sick Wu-Tang album, Liquid Swords was founded by ex-Avalanche devs who worked on games like Just Cause and Mad Max, so they definitely know a thing or two about sandbox game design. That one's just on PC for now. On the 13th, Gunboat God hits PC, PS5, and Xbox Series. This is a fast-paced
How
shmup
the
that
fuck are you supposed to play this? I can't see shit. Who the hell plays this?
has you staying afloat while dealing with enemies above and below the waterline, which looks kind of like a cross between the frantic shoot-'em-up gameplay of Luftrausers and the macabre nautical trappings of Dredge with a high-contrast art style that's a distant relative of Patapon. Does it play like any of those games? I have no idea. On April 14th, Replaced finally hits Xbox Series and PC, the cinematic cyberpunk pixelated
See what I'm saying? Like a lot of these games, these 2D games, they look awesome. They do. Like a lot of them have really good, cool looking graphics or old school pixelated art. So you can really get like an art narrative or directive in a lot of these 2D games.
That we've all been waiting patiently for, and which had a March release date until that one got replaced with this one very last minute. Glad to finally check this one out.
I don't think Grand Theft Auto is gonna suck. I think it's gonna be good.
If you want some pixelated fantasy
I hope it's going to be good. We've only been waiting for how long? 10 years?
rather than sci-fi, Regions
It
of
better be fucking good, especially for the price point they're trying to sell that bitch at.
Ruin RuneGate is a dwarf-centric side-scrolling RPG
I
coming
heard
to
they're
PC
trying to sell that motherfucker for like $100.
that day as well. Also on PC is Horde Kill, a third-person shooter with some extremely alien designs that look somewhere between H.R. Giger and Clive Barker. If you prefer facing the kind of hordes of the different spelling that are the bane of Marie Kondo's existence, you can dispense with all of the clutter that doesn't bring you joy in a storied life Tabitha, a cozy puzzle
This is what they call a point and click. No.
game that takes some cues from unpacking and a little to the left. That's on Switch and PC. I guess it is the time of year for spring cleaning, or at the very least playing.
No.
Sucking up 16th, we got a stack of games, including Cthulhu, the Cosmic Abyss, a first-person Lovecraftian horror game that'll have you investigating a deep-sea mining operation in the not-too-distant future of 2053 and probably encountering some incomprehensible cosmic terror older than time itself along the way. That's on PS5, Xbox Series.
Why the hell would you set that so damn early? In 2053, you might as well have just made that shit in like 2100 or something.
PC. Still that day for basically everything is Mouse PI for Hire, which blends the shooting of an FPS.
Yo,
from the
W Mouse
1990s
PI for hire. I'm probably gonna play this game. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm probably gonna play this game.
the art style and sense of humor of cartoons from 70 years prior. If you prefer reptiles to rodents, there's Gecko Gods, a 3D puzzle adventure starring some of those funny little squishy lizards. I'm gonna be honest, I've had friends with pet
What's wrong with you?
geckos, and I have no idea what their deal is.
That's animal abuse, man. How could you do that?
In the raise questions, but I think
Why
if
does
the
this
art's
look like
important,
fucking
that there remain-
Zelda? Is it just me?
I
Does
can
this look
easily
like
find out
Zelda?
answers to all of these questions, but I think it's important that there remains a little mystery to make life more magical. You might think a VR game about exploring an amusement park would be a fun time, but that might not be the case with The Amusement, which might involve going on some rides, but also involves dealing with a family's grief in the wake of World War I. Any Rosetta question around, you are in luck.
Nobody owns a VR headset, man. Well, very selectively few do.
PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC under par golf architect lets you build the country club of your dreams, and then
Oh yeah,
only
because you know it's not good enough just to go and play golf. Now you got to build the bitch, huh? I see how it
allow
is.
members there for one specific purpose.
You should have children playing here. You should have families having picture cards.
For your punk diary, you'd rather slum it, there's also Shantytown on PC, which is an extremely chill-looking cyberpunk diorama builder about finding beauty in chaos, something I very much appreciate. I've built a few analog dystopian dioramas of my own, and there's something very gratifying about carefully making something look really messed up. You want to see some life living the dream on Switch? If you're unfamiliar, this series is sort of like Nintendo's answer to The Sims, but with me, never not be funny to me. Speaking of robots, on April 17th,
Pragmata. Ooh, there's gonna be a lot of people trying not to use the hacks to make the game harder.
Series,
Ooh, this game's gonna be
Switch 2,
good.
and PC, which stars an astronaut and a little android girl solving puzzles and
I
fighting
will
some
most likely be trying to play this.
robots in space and also on Earth. And it's cool to see Capcom just making up a new video game. What the heck is a Pragmata? I don't know. What's a Pragmata with you? But seriously, we're all gonna find out.
This is why we can't have anything good in the world, is because you've got terrible writers trying to tell you that these jokes are good. These jokes are terrible. Don't ever do that again.
What a Pragmata is when we play this game. On 420, Jay and Silent Bob Chronic Blunt Punch finally hits Xbox Series, PS5, Switch, and PC. Look, I know video game development is a long, complicated, arduous process, but this one has been quite a while. I interviewed Jason Mewes about this in 2016 when it was first crowdfunded. But hey, if anything, it is comically on brand for a game about a couple stoners to take so long, and props to the devs for picking the absolute perfect release day, the day that marijuana was invented.
Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts. Rolling blunts and smoking them.
In case Regions of Ruin RuneGate wasn't enough alliteration, on the 20th there's Saint Slayer's Spear of Sacrilege, a throwback side-scroller set in the 17th century in which a valiant hero named Rudiger must save the Roman Empire from a Catholic priest gone evil by hitting a his story. Peter Molyneux returns to his bread and butter with Masters of Alban White and time-eating fruit and the emerald produce.
What is this shit?
Parasite
What is all this garbage?
All about living in a van.
Oh, this one
down
looks
by
like
the
it might be good. Hold on.
Also on the 23rd is Outbound, a game all about living in a van down by the river.
I'm sick and tired of living in a van down by the river.
but like in a good way. It's a chill, open-world, co-op crafting and exploration game, which looks sort of like a survival game, except without the constant impending fear of death. That's coming to both Switches, both
Boring.
Xboxes, PS5, and PC. Hey, have you heard about these Moomins? They're Finnish trolls that look like albino hippopotamus.
Wow, boring.
And I'm in the Scandinavian countryside.
This one actually is this isn't Diablo, right?
Back magical creatures.
Oh, no one cares about Diablo. Diablo's pay to win now. Fuck Diablo.
Senta is the 2014
fucking
PS4
garbage.
in the years since it's one version. Game that looks a little low. Those both.
Bro, what is this trash?
Finally on the automobiles and a pair. Now those are motorcycles. False alarm every Switches and PCs. It's a game about inconvenience. One's
no,
about boxes, Switch.
I'm still like 37.
You can make some superheroes beat the ever-living shit
actually, no, it'd be more like
an all-new brawler featuring the lovable cast of Robert Kirkman's blood-soaked comic book turned hit Prime Video series. That's on Xbox Series, PS5, and PC.
I don't know, man. I can't even give a good number how I feel about how good or bad this game's gonna be. I don't know. This game is gonna be really good or it's gonna be really bad. And there is not gonna be an in-between at all with this game.
If you prefer to enter a bullet hell full of cosmic horrors, the PS5
Oh, I don't care. I think Soros is gonna be another Mind's Eye. I genuinely think Soros is gonna be another Mind's Eye. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see it. I don't see it being good.
And
I'm sorry.
There you have it before the low newborn. And it took the time.
All right, WIGN. Holy shit, there were so many goddamn trash slop games in there. Fuck.
All because an IT guy goes up to the stand to try and help him, and then afterwards kind of casually banters with the judge a bit. And I use the word banter really loosey-goosey because he was just being very casual conversation with the judge.
Oh, this is that judge. Yeah, his judge was being a fucking dickhead.
Judge took it as an insult, as a sign of disrespect, and then, like, even, threatening at his supervisor. It's just pathetic. He just throws a tantrum. So we're going to talk about that video in a second. We went over it on stream, and it turns out this judge is known for this. There's an entire channel dedicated to showcasing his constant anger and his fury. He has a shorter fuse than a fucking bomb-omb out of Super Mario 64.
What the fuck?
Like, he is constantly having a conniption. And it's not directed solely at IT guys who've done nothing wrong. He also just takes out his fury on anyone who steps into his courtroom. You're walking into a fucking
Good. I think this was a good thing. I think that if you're dumb enough to end up in a court where you're having to deal with this man, you're good. Now, I don't agree with him taking it out on, like, the maintenance guy, but I don't see how this is a problem. I don't see a problem here. I want the judge to humiliate you if you do something stupid in your life. You should get humiliated. You're a dumbass.
Did you see the clip of the judge crashing out over the IT guy fixing his laptop in like 2 seconds?
And you're disjoined from... Of course you don't. And you're disjoined from the audio here, right? Yeah, should be. Let me see. Sorry. Mariah, did I make this up? No. 5 seconds. 1 second. You don't have to go far. You're disjoined. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Okay. False alarm. No, it wasn't a false alarm. False negative. Sorry. Don't joke around. I'm serious about this. It was happening. Again. I understand. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, what a little bitch, man. He's just trying to have a little fun. Jesus Christ.
I can't see it, sir. We're good. Thank you. Get out of my court.
Average Redditor right here. Trying to make a big deal out of literally fucking nothing. Wait, what did that say? Judge is not done.
Thank you, super.
I can't stand people that are like this. They let this shit boil and boil and boil, and they just keep going and going and going and going and going.
Jesus.
How much you want to make a bet he does this shit in his everyday life outside of this job too, and he hasn't been called out for it yet?
This bullshit today.
What? I don't even understand. I don't understand. This looks like the biggest fucking dweeb. That guy is so used to seeing the inside of toilet bowls from all the swirlies he got growing up.
That's probably why he became a judge.
So he likes to exert it, it seems. What a loser, man. Then I found out there's a channel dedicated to him called Court Disorder who clips all his freakouts. No way.
Oh
Wow.
no!
The IT guy did nothing wrong, and here's Nerdy Nathan going ballistic over it for no reason. Mods, can we ban this guy? Get out of my courtroom! And find me his supervisor ASAP! Now, in a couple of the cases that we watched, it seems as though he was rightfully upset in certain cases at some of the lawyers who showed up unprepared or didn't show up at all previously, so he was kind of calling them out on some bullshit and doing so pretty aggressively. It's like, he is a judge that is solely born from League of Legends solo queue toxicity, it feels like. Anytime there's anything even slightly out of whack, he just, you know, melts down.
I didn't even see that comment from Three Shadows Bender. Yeah, there is. There's Pragmata and Mouse PI for hire, at least for next month. I'm not sure if there's anything else after that. I'd have to, like, kind of think about that. I know Grand Theft Auto, if that actually comes out this year. Oh, God of War. If that comes out this year, then fuck yeah.
About it.
If they do the, like, that's my most anticipated game. Y'all's is Grand Theft Auto. I want that God of War remaster, a remake. That's what I want. I want that God of War remake.
He just has a complete inability to control his emotions. He just has no impulse control at all. And when watching him handle some of these cases, it feels like he just makes immediate decisions based off of what mood he's in. So in a couple of cases, they're trying to, like, present him with things or tell him things or ask him to look at things, and he's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Nope. Can't make me do that. And it had me going up in arms like, how is that fair? How can you just decline to look at some of the things they're presenting to you when presiding over this case?
I don't want a new God of War game because I mean, they're okay. I think that God of War Ragnarok, and I did not like God of War Ragnarok, actually, to be quite frank, but God of War 2018 were okay. I just don't like the direction that God of War is going. Like, I played through if you play through the first three, and then you start playing the new ones right after, you kind of get that huge sense of direction. Like, just shift, and I'm like, ooh, I kind of still like the original three. Like, I would rather play Ascension than Ragnarok. I just don't like the direction it's going.
So it feels like if he just doesn't like the cut of your jib, he might just not even bother looking at or listening to any of the things you try and show him or present to him. It was very peculiar. Now, of course, I don't know all of the nuance to the cases. Maybe he was really brushed up on the case before they got there, so he didn't want to waste his time, his invaluable time, reading some of the stuff they try and put in front of him. I don't really know. But his smug attitude about all of it really felt very unfit for a courtroom. It was not conducive to a professional environment on a place that's supposed to be very serious.
Not that I'm aware of. Is this in regard to the KSG law firm?
Ma'am, I don't know. Do you have a lawyer?
You know what's crazy is I actually wouldn't mind if Atreus was the new God of War. It's not necessarily the character, it's the mentality. I want a character that's not going to be weak or empathetic to enemies. I want him to put his fucking thumbs to the back of his fucking skull and his eye sockets and break his fucking neck with it. I don't want a pussy, I want a fucking man. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody that's going to cut someone's fucking head off and use it as a weapon. That's what I want. I don't want this pussified whoosh shit. That's why I love the original God of War games. Like, the brutality, the honest brutality of it is what made God of War. And the fact that they're trying to get away from that for what is beyond me.
Yes, I do.
Are you responding to that lawyer?
Like, the moment that in God of War 3, when you take out the first boss, Poseidon, you have Kratos in the first, 30 minutes of the fucking game putting his thumbs in Poseidon's eye sockets and then fucking breaking his neck. You can't fucking replicate that, dude. Shit's crazy.
I haven't had any. I'm assuming your case has been closed.
Who's he looking at? He saved someone the stink eye big time over here. Oh, it must be her lawyer. Her lawyer must be sitting over here, and he's like, uh-oh. Uh-oh, bud.
I'm in Harris County. I'm in Houston.
Could you give me an address?
I'm not comfortable with that.
Well, ma'am, I don't really care if you're comfortable. I'm calling from a court, and I'm the judge sitting on the bench. I'm trying to deal with your case to help.
How is she supposed to know that, Nathan?
Yeah, you never said that. Not once did you clarify who you were.
Anyone can say that. You don't have, like, an official...
I didn't think that judges could do this. Can a judge actually do this? Like, I would be very skeptical if someone called me and said that they were a judge with a court case on like, their desk. I would be like, there's no, like, level of security for this? Like, you don't ask for, what? I just don't, like, how does that happen?
Number that pops up like, this is the judge. I am Judge Nathan contacting you. Anybody can say that, man. Obviously, like, it's a very natural thing to be like, I don't know if I'm comfortable just giving this complete stranger who's fucking cold called me my address and everything.
Your minor child.
You don't know my voice? I'm Judge Nathan. True. That's so true.
This is Judge Nathan Miller, and I'm calling from the 215th District Court in Harris County. Who am I speaking with?
Well,
Ben.
this is a case on behalf
Ben Dover.
I need to know where you are right now. Where are you right now?
Sorry.
That's so random. That is so random. How is this? I've got so many questions now. How do judges? Oh man, how do I even begin to start like talking about this? So you have a judge that needs to get in contact with people. Now, I want to make this very clear. Obviously, the judge has to get in contact with people. But how do you, as an individual, verify that this man is truly a judge? I don't get that. Like, does it have, like, a courthouse number? Does it say courthouse on it? Like, I don't understand how the system could be in place for a judge to call somebody, but there's no actual way to verify or validate that it is truly a judge. That's kind of confusing to me.
Where are you right now?
He's like if Review Brah donned the Green Goblin mask. Like,
how is it that scammers can have, like, certain things pop up on their scam phone numbers to make it seem like they're a business? But for whatever reason, us here in America, whenever it comes to a judge trying to get in contact with a courtroom, with a client, nothing, just nothing. I don't get that. Like, how? How do scammers have our system figured out better than us?
Osborne got fully taken over by the Goblin persona. Man.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, we're here today, Your Honor, because the court set the emergency hearing for you.
Because you requested one, sir.
Your Honor, what happened was...
You didn't appear at my hearing yesterday.
Why does that look like the guy from Chicago? Is it the mayor or something like that? The Illinois guy? The black dude with the hair, the white hair, facial hair, he's bald and he's got the glasses?
Again.
I like his face.
I don't really think he's very snippy. I think he's just honest. He just doesn't like dealing with bullshit.
Expressions a lot. Staring daggers.
I think he needs to chill out when it comes to his maintenance staff, but like, other than that...
This man right now, he is tweaking.
Respond, Your Honor.
Please, I'm waiting.
So, Your Honor, as it relates to yesterday, in non-appearance for yesterday, the short answer is that it was not on my calendar.
Were any of the other 6 hearings you didn't attend on your calendar?
Ooh! Oh! Damn! That's what I'm talking about. Call that bitch out. Sitting there wasting his fucking time. I'd be pissed too.
Did I miss?
You want to go through the record again?
No, Your Honor. But Your Honor...
Yo, is it sad that I'm kind of siding with this judge now?
For hearing, as the court is... My client...
I instructed him to be here today. Where is he?
Okay. I have no...
I'm about to issue bench warrant.
He has no idea where his client is.
Where is he?
Your Honor, I have no idea where my client is.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yep. Don't even try to sit there and not Bench warrant, done.
You may not. I'm asking where your client is. You don't know.
Your Honor, if I may.
See, these moments right here, he's like super justified. This guy's fucking slapping him.
By the time I got the
Hey, he wasted his fucking time. The guy still isn't even there after the other 6. Like, dude.
Tried to reach out to him. I could not reach out to him. I could not contact him.
Why don't you contact him right now and see where he is?
If I may, Your Honor.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do it on the record.
He's not going to pick
I'd like
up.
an address where he is because I'm about to send out the constable.
Yeah, get him on the horn. I want to hear him.
Yeah, put him on speaker.
Hey, Chip, where you at, bud?
You
Dave
fucked
and
up.
Buster's. Brother, you got to be in court. All right, just hurry on over.
I think, you know what's funny? I feel like if he was actually able to get in contact with this guy and he actually showed up, I feel like it'd be even worse for him. I do. I think it'd be even worse if he showed up.
You're in contempt. Don't you ever cough in Nathan's courtroom again.
That's right.
This is probably the 10th phone call.
How's it going, Melissa?
Please record your
And this is what I get. I sent an email.
Oh, yeah, no, that guy's totally dodging you. Whoever his client is dodging him. That's it. Just put out a bench warrant.
When did you send the last email to him?
Last email was sent to him probably at about 5 o'clock this morning.
Show me that email.
5 o'clock this morning?
I love this accountability. This judge is a beast. He's immediately like, oh, did you? I want to see that email. You know why? The email's going to have the date, time, and who it was sent to. This judge knows his shit. He may be an asshole, but goddamn is he good at his job.
Mr. Rhodes, frankly, I don't believe a word you're telling this court at this point.
Oh! Oh!
Well, wait till you see this email.
He can't find it. He can't find the email. He didn't send the email. He did not send that email. Oh. He just lied.
Sorry,
Did you find out who's in my
I just sent 200 emails this morning. I gotta just keep scrolling through, I guess.
ready room, please?
Isn't that like a federal crime if you lie? Like, is the attorney under oath? Isn't the attorney under oath? Doesn't that mean that if he lied in court, he could be like held in contempt or something?
Brother, there's no way you've sent 2,000 emails since 5 a.m. Is he hoping the judge just forgets?
Actually, by way of correction, Your Honor, the last email sent out was at 7:24 a.m. this morning.
Okay.
Damn.
And your client doesn't want to respond to this case?
You're telling
Damn, so he actually did send the email. Okay.
me he's actually sent that many emails in one day? He was...
God damn, this dude was trying to get in contact. No, dude, send out that bench warrant. Why the hell would you even fuck around with these people, man? You're the one that's up there having to answer for this jackass. Why the hell would you even put yourself in that position? No. That's probably why he hasn't shown up to court those other times either. It's because he couldn't get in contact with the guy that was supposed to be representing. No, dude.
For like 30 seconds. That's crazy.
Ah, man.
Easy.
Does your client want to prosecute this case anymore, or should I dismiss it?
No, yes, he does, Your Honor. He does want to prosecute the matter. Your Honor.
Where is he?
I have no idea where he...
Go find him right now.
Go find him right now. What? What? Dude, like 50 things just went across my mind. I was like, so you want him to walk out the courtroom? How long are you willing to wait? Like, what if he has to drive to their house or something? I don't know. What the fuck? Like...
May I be excused?
Yes. Go and step back.
Go away, peons. Be gone with
In
you.
moments like this, I'm fully on Nathan's side. This guy is just fucking no nonsense. All right, now get out of my sight. Get the fuck out of my sight.
Yeah, get away from me. You're ugly.
Go find him and show me your emails. See, that's cool. See, that's what Nathan
Yo,
does.
that's how a court's supposed to be ran. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This dude seems pretty legit.
Not when he's fucking freaking out on the IT guy over
yeah, I
nothing.
don't agree with him freaking out over the IT guy. He needs to fucking chill out with that, but yo, W. Judge, we need like 100 more. He's Texas. If you're wondering, this is probably the average Texas judge right here. I'm not even kidding you. They're strict in Texas. Whenever I was going to college for firefighting, yo, like the amount of like strict shit that we had to go through in order to finish out college was insane. Like they don't fuck around with a lot of their like jobs that involve like judging, fire, police, EMT, paramedics. They don't fuck around with that stuff here. They are very strict. They test you constantly. You have to get retested like once a year on everything you know. Every day that I worked, I had to go through like a test. They are very, very, very strict in the state of Texas when it comes to any kind of job where you've got an administration like this. That is not even funny. They want to make sure you know what the fuck you're doing. W Texas, by the way. So now we're gonna peer into the life. Holy shit, that armor is sick as fuck, boy. What? Look at that armor. So now we're gonna peer behind the shroud and look at the people that have ruined gaming, ruined politics, and are trying to take over the world as Nazis as we know it. These people were down with hammer and sickle in the protests of No King's protests, screaming communism is good yesterday. Boys, I'd like to present to you the brain of the DEI system and how it works. Welcome to the third circle of hell.
Privilege on microphone 1, then we'll go to microphone 3. Go ahead, delegate.
Yes, hello. I was standing here with my gender equity card before you called on the previous speaker. That's my point of privilege that I would like to raise.
I will explain the speaking order, which is fixed, that I cannot amend, which is the pro-con rotation. You can move yourself up a line that you're standing in.
I am pro, and I was...
We went...
You went pro, con...
We went pro-con, pro, and my plan was to go con. The speaker at con mic 3 also has a speaking card.
Yesterday, this card was used in an inappropriate manner. And while I understand in Ontario...
Ain't no brown stains on that paper. What you mean? I don't see no brown stains on that paper. What do you think this is, Demolition Man?
Ontario, we note this as equity. Even if that, this was also used inappropriately in terms of gender. I want everyone to be mindful that these cards for individuals like myself...
How do you get anything done when you're not willing to hurt somebody? You do understand the flawed system that you're trying to make here, right? Well, I can't say this because somebody in the room's feelings might get hurt. I can't do that because it might hurt their feet. Like, what? You know, I swear to God, if these people didn't try to kill, like, if these people could kill you and get away with it, they would. And I genuinely think that's the reason why they're even getting anywhere with most of the stuff they're doing. Like,
as a black woman, have no value outside.
Yeah, you say it, woman.
Side of this space.
These people are cooked. They're actually cooked.
That's right. These people get nothing done.
No. I mean DEI wokeism people. I guarantee if you look into this crowd, you're going to see every single ethnicity and gender. You're going to see people with white, pink, purple, and blue hair. You're going to see people with septum piercings. You're going to see people that are probably illegals here. You're going to see white people. You're going to see old white people. You're going to see young white people. You're going to see young black people, old black people, middle-aged black people. You're going to see every fucking race in here. It's not the skin color. It's the mentality.
These are the people that when you hire them
You're gonna see
into
Hispanic.
your office,
I don't think you'll see. Well, I don't know.
less productive.
No, you'll see a couple Asians in here. There were a couple.
These are people who turn something that takes an hour into 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
These is people who make a deadline for something a month into a month and 3 weeks.
Yep. When you hire somebody like this at a job, a lot of these people, they get hired into human HR departments. And it's interesting to see, like, you think that these people are stupid, right? You would be sorely mistaken. So, what can an HR department do? An HR department finds things that they can use as leverage to protect a company. I say leverage because most of it's bullshit. For example, some of y'all know Magic the Gathering. Well, they have an HR department now. And the first thing they did was make alterations to some art that they thought was bad for the company. These people make their own jobs, and they solidify their positions by making their own jobs. They make the problems up, and then they have to find a reason to keep their jobs. So they will make up reasons to keep their job. They're stupid, but they're also smart because they're abusing the system.
These people are the most...
They're cancer. They're cancer to any company.
Actually a negative, right? Because if they were just a zero, you could just write it off.
Mm-hmm.
But
they will bring your company down. Look at all the game development companies over the years that have lost everything because of these people.
This is, we need to do a removal of these people in government offices, in companies, etc. Like, in my opinion, I think that there should be a thing where everybody that uses their pronouns in their in emails just gets automatically fired. That's it. They just get every single one of them. They're all automatically fired. And it wouldn't get everybody, but man, would that just shut it down by a lot. Would that get rid of it? Nice. Annex Canada? No, I don't want these people voting.
That's right, they're awake.
People voting.
They're alive.
I'll watch the rest of this.
Yeah, boys, here they come.
All right.
I see that we are 1 minute ahead of schedule, and so I'm going to get out of here. The balloting co-chairs are returning, I believe. Now balloting co-chairs. There's a point. Let's hear the point on microphone 1.
I'm sorry, just real quick, point of personal privilege. I understand there's very little time and for delegates to speak, but early on the mic...
You see, this is what happens. This is what happens when you take these people seriously.
Well, that's what I was saying whenever I started seeing all those fucking quote-unquote experts with like doctors and stuff going up in front of the Senate, and they would ask them what a woman was, and they wouldn't answer. Like, what are we doing? Why would you ever take these people serious? These people would have been naturally selected near birth. Like, what are we doing? It is by the graces of the first world living and entitlement that these people have even made it to the age that they're at. Like, these people would have been eaten by an alligator for poking it in like the Stone Age. Like, what are we doing? I feel like a barrier to entry for most things in the world should be as simple as like a five question test. Is the Earth flat? Have we been to the moon? How many genders are there? What's your name? Can you spell it?
Like this, their job should be ringing the bell in the cathedral. That's it. That's the entire job. That's all they do. And you know what? I guarantee you sometimes the bell wouldn't get rung. There's a responsibility and a place for these people.
It's hard as a racialized and transgender delegate to sometimes use this card.
You want to take these people seriously. You want to take anything. Like, they don't even know what gender they are most of the time. and you want to take somebody that does this, you want to take what they're saying and take it seriously? I don't, how could you? Like, if you don't even know, like, basic things, I'm sorry, but you're not all there. I don't, like, I'm fine with people that, you know, like, transition and go on about their day and do whatever, but, like, this is what I would call shoving it down people's throats. You're doing this to make a statement. And remember, if you don't control your radicals, you get defined by them. You have to control your radicals. Now, I'm not saying this person is radical, but whenever you're rocking a Hitler's cut at the front of a podium, not this person, the other person, and you're calling everyone comrade, you have to stop and wonder, how was it allowed to get this bad?
And speak up, speak to somebody in front of me in line and ask, hey, this pertains to multiple intersecting parts of my lived experience. I'd like to speak. I was rejected when I taught.
So they're even getting rejected by their own people. Like the way that this is ran is that it's just like the crowds in Minneapolis that were beating the shit out of people trying to join them. They can't even, they're so fucking, they're so fucked. They can't even help their own people.
This really is it's an ideology of pathological narcissism.
It is. It's all about them. It's all about them. It's never about anybody around them. It's always all about them.
Completely self-referential narcissism that every single thing in the world relates to and is about themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is the reason why it's become so prolific. It's because all of these people all over the world can relate to themselves. They can talk about themselves. So if they can make their entire identity about themselves rather than the ideas they hold, then it makes it a lot easier for them to have this identity. And they don't have to think about it. They don't have to justify it. They don't have to rationalize it. It's completely self-referential narcissism, and it is a lens in which they see the entire world.
Yeah, exactly. They want to pad the world for their lives. Like, these are the people that are going to advocate for, like, these are lumped in with Karens that want to systematically pad the internet instead of making sure their kid doesn't have access to a phone. They want to force online ID because they don't want to watch over their kids. That is these kinds of people. If not, it's their parents. I mean, let's be honest here.
And that's the reason why there's so many of these people.
And
a lot of these people don't have to go through life like everyday 9-to-5 people. A lot of them have, you know, they're Nepo babies. They don't know what it's like to actually have to deal with stuff like this. They just don't.
When these are my rights being
Bobby
directly under attack right now in Alberta, and that a cisgender woman had spoken over me, and I understand her rights are important too. This pertains to her too, but I don't know. I hope that in the future the federal NDP will also have a broader interpretation of the equity cards for speakers. That's all. Thank you.
Yes.
I will
so true. So true. Oh my God. Like, this is, it's crazy how they can't even run their own system right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. What is this? They're just mentally ill, narcissistic losers. I mean, that's really all there is to it. I mean, it's really not complicated.
Well, yeah, they have to get around and solve their own problems by making their own problems. I mean, it's crazy.
The problem is that at a certain point, we decided to view their narcissistic pathology as somehow genuine or any way authentic. The problem is that we have enabled this by tolerating it.
Oh, no, we enable it by even acknowledging them. Like, back in, like, the 60s, 70s, and 80s, these people would just be laughed at. They would have been put into a mental institution. Hell, any earlier than that, they would have been lobotomized. I mean, let's be honest here. It's just, there is definitely a mental health crisis in America. And I'm not saying that with, like, all trans people and stuff, but when you've got somebody that's so flippy-floppy that when they wake up in the morning, they're a man, and when they go to bed, they're, like, a fucking attack helicopter. I mean, come on. Like, at what point do we stop playing this game, stop letting these people ruin the country, and start, like, you know, getting these people some help? Because that's what they need. I mean, it's gotten so bad, they started pushing it into the school systems. Like, this has to stop. I didn't give a fuck about any of this until they started doing this shit to kids, and I was like, nope, time to go. Time to go. Immediately time to go. No more. Done. It's over. You started fucking with kids. It's time for you to be, you gotta go. It's time for you to go. The minute you started pushing your bullshit on kids and you started using the school nurse or the teachers to push your bullshit, nope, it's time to go. It's time to go. I was fine with everything. But the minute I started hearing that they were lining up girls in high school and making them undress, the staff was doing this, making them undress in front of another child that was claiming to be a girl in the locker rooms, that was the moment I said, it's over. You need to stop this. You need to stop this now. No exception. Period. It's done. It's over. Absolutely not. The minute they started advocating for lopping off little boys' penises under the age of fucking puberty, that was the moment I was like, nope, this has to stop. You want to tell a child that hasn't even been through puberty or had their first experience what they are? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not.
Delegates to assist me in better using the card by forming a straight line behind the microphone.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Because that was offensive to gay people. Because they're not straight, they're gay.
Oh my God.
It's also offensive to drunk drivers.
Like,
because
if a bunch of these idiots want to get together and do some dumb shit like this and waste everybody's time, I don't give a flying fuck. Go for it. But the minute you started taking your shit so serious that you got all worked up whenever they got rid of what they were doing to those kids, that was the moment that America radicalized against it. These idiots are going to get, like, same-sex marriages taken away. These idiots are going to be the ones that ruin every right that every either trans or LGBT right has ever gotten. They're going to be the ones that take these rights away because they're not alienating these radicalists.
Can't drive straight.
With a prominently displayed equity card, if I see speakers ahead of you who are not holding a card,
that's why I said LGB and not LGBTQ. A lot of the original LGB community don't want anything to do with the TQ+. They just don't.
It would be wrong of me to guess about their gender identity, and I will come to you.
That's so true.
This applies so far according to your rules for gender identity.
And you have to keep in mind that the reason why I will never vote for a Democrat for anything is because they enable these people. They enable these people to get jobs. And like, think about when Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are running the government. The DEI programs that they had that Trump dismantled gave stipends, gave money to businesses for hiring diversely, meaning women. Actually, you know what? Meaning anything other than a white male. Why would I vote against my best interest? I'm a white male in America. Why would I vote for somebody that's going to put in these programs that are going to disenfranchise me? Why would I vote for that? These programs were literally designed for anyone who wasn't white and male. Why the fuck would I vote for that? I don't necessarily agree with these people, but they will enable these people to do whatever they want. So whenever you vote for what's considered a moderate Democrat, you are actually voting for these people because they enable these people.
He's other than a dude, but it is open to us to change our rules as we like as we move forward into the bright and golden future. Thank you, friends. Let's hear the balloting co-chairs.
Here we go.
I'm directed to a point on microphone 3.
Point of information, I'm not sure if it's appropriate, for me to bring a point of privilege around an emergent issue with some job loss in my workplace.
This
As a white male, I would happily vote for the betterment of lives other than me. Holy shit. Bro, you gotta start typing some better stuff, huh? That's crazy. The whole damn list, huh? For someone who chirps a lot, you sure don't have a lot of nice things to say, huh? As a white male, I would happily vote for the betterment of lives other than me. My friends, what you're looking at is a simp. What you're looking at is a cuck.
Isn't it crazy how nothing is ever even discussed or done? It's just people talking about themselves.
How's
this
it
is
going,
what I was
Ed?
talking about. It's just complete narcissism. That's it. It's all narcissism. This is amazing.
Take it easy, monkey.
Oh my God.
Have a good day, man. We'll be back on tomorrow. See you tomorrow, man.
It is impairing your ability to...
Honestly, that's the same haircut that Nazi lieutenants had in World War II.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy I'm not the only one. They don't look anything like it. Man, you could have pulled up a better picture.
Welcome back. That's crazy. What are the odds of that?
That guy's mostly bald.
Yeah. I only seen this movie 100 times, all right?
Damn good movie. If you've never seen Inglourious Bastards, you're missing out.
Yeah, I guess so. Crazy. What are the odds? Wow. What the fuck? Yeah.
Participate in the meeting. It is a correct point of privilege. If you'd like an announcement to be made from the stage, we can arrange for that, and then the delegates can hear it from here. Not right now.
So, okay.
I want to announce that I changed my gender for the 3rd time today. If you don't let me do it, I'm being oppressed.
Bring it to you.
Bring it to me.
Thank you.
We'll find a way.
We'll
Good.
find a way.
Okay.
Great. And so let me see. I think there's even more of this, okay? Don't worry about it.
Microphone 2, are you on this resolution?
Yes.
Microphone 2, please.
My name is
Look, if you're in the audience, you're probably just as retarded as they are.
Mastura Tasneem. I'm she. My pronouns are she, they. I'm from Ontario. Hello, bonjour. As we conduct.
You know what's crazy? I feel like whenever you start anything with my pronouns are this or my pronouns are that, I kind of feel like it's this submission to play in their court. I do. It's kind of like a power trip for a lot of these people of, like, they want you to submit before you follow up with whatever you're going to say. It's a power game. That's genuinely what it looks like to me. They're literally having to submit to, like whenever you're in a court, for example, you always refer to the judge as sir or whatever the fuck he wants to be referred to as, right? You have to give that submission to the judge or the court for approval, right? That's genuinely what this looks like.
This convention today and the past 2 days. Right now, there's discussions of 10,000 American men and women being sent to Iran, being deployed.
Yeah. W American government, by the way, go get them, boys. Go get them. Go get them all. Get them all. Round them up, boys. You got it. All day long.
Just to be part of this bloodbath. Canada cannot and will not be part of the legacy of blood that was built in Iraq, in Palestine, and now in Iran. This is a no question.
I'm sorry, Karen, but the protester executions will stop.
That's right. The protester executions in Iran will stop. The underage celebrated marriages will stop. The 12-year-old draft for kids will stop. The systematic slaughter of an entire race of people will stop. The systematic starvation of an entire race will stop. The systematic culling of this race of people will stop. I'm sorry that you're upset. Cry about it.
I'm sorry, but the religious executions are going to be ending.
That's right.
That's right. We're going to end it. We're going to pack them all up. That's right. Iran twice. That's it. We got a lot of work to do.
That's right. We do.
In debate, I call this question, Madam and Chairs. Thank you.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
Your point's quite well made, Speaker. I'll again thank delegates not to call me Madam Chair or Madame la Présidente. I'm a non-binary person. My pronouns are they, them, and their. Chair is sufficient. And with regret, you've spoken to the resolution. It's not open to you to also call the question. If the question is the will of the House, someone else must call it because we heard from you.
This is the Karen Ouroboros. This is
the peak Karenocracy. This is where we would have went, boys. This would have been our country in a nutshell.
The snake consuming itself. You have a bunch of entitled, narcissistic, mentally ill millennials that have held an entire convention to talk about themselves and to argue about protocols and bureaucratic procedure.
Yep.
That's right. That's what this is. It's unbelievable. It's the Oppression Olympics? Yes, and they're all losers.
In substantive debate.
Okay, I was not aware. I was...
Weird rule. Microphone 4.
Yes, thank
Karen
you.
Maxing?
My name is Fred Farhat Sufi.
Jesus Christ. Let me see if there's any more of these. Oh, is this another one?
There's a point of privilege on microphone 1, then we'll go to microphone 3. Go ahead, delegate.
Have we seen this one? We saw this one. Okay, good. Let me go and pull up the other one. Sorry, guys. I want to make sure that we get the entire thing for this. A point of
privilege. If there is a third circle of hell, I'd imagine that it's kind of like Canada right now.
Yep, that's right.
Because they're fucking cooked, bruh. They're so cooked.
Speak to somebody in front of me.
Let me make sure
they're
if there's
so
any more
cooked.
of these that I haven't missed out on. And okay, is this? No. Oh, this is obviously a meme, and it's a dumpster fire. Oh God. Let me see if there's any more. Yeah, there's just this. Okay, here's maybe another one.
And then let me consult the people who are counting. So everyone who is not a counter, take a seat.
So this is the 2019.
Take a seat. Everyone on the walls, take a seat so that we can count.
Right.
Why do you need to count? Why do you need to count the people there? That doesn't make any sense to me.
So many people moving around, it's very difficult to count.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first
I love that they say quick point of privilege too, because that's what it is.
of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my...
Really? Seriously? You gotta be fucking kidding me with this, right?
Focus. Thank you.
You're kidding, right?
Okay, is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay.
And wait, that's that same retard that, like, wait a minute. This fat retard decided there was a line, and he just cut in the line. And we saw this part.
We have a lot of disabled comrades.
We know.
Sorry.
Comrades. Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it, boys? Don't you just love it whenever people try to take over your country? They sitting there with the hammer and sickle like what we saw yesterday in the middle of No King's protest, saying that we're the Nazis and fascists. Don't you just love it? Don't you just love whatever people are just too stupid to see what's right in front of them? Man. Man, oh man, oh man.
And we saw this part.
We have a lot of disabled comrades.
We know.
Sorry, could we... Thank you. Hold on, point of order. Yep.
Thank you. So...
Sorry, what's your name and
my
your...
name is Trey. I use they, them, and he, him pronouns.
Yeah?
I'm from Memphis. Thank you for asking.
They're all disabled. I know.
Nice to meet you.
I had a question.
I know. We know.
So...
Not use
Speaker against name, chapter, pronoun.
point of personal privilege to address.
There was a line.
We have a lot of disabled comrades.
We know.
Sorry, could we... Thank you. Hold on, point of order. Yep.
Thank you. So...
Sorry, what's your name and
my
your...
name is Trey. I use
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. That's it. You don't need to know anything else. We don't need to know anything else. At all. Ever.
them and he, him pronouns.
Yeah?
I'm from Memphis. Thank you for asking.
They're
Nice to
all
meet you.
disabled. I know.
Sorry.
Nice to meet you.
I had a question.
I know. We know.
So, Nick?
These are the people that I was talking about. Their votes should be shredded automatically. Like you don't want these people to vote. They're crazy.
Jack, what is his name? Or what is their name? Nick J. They were elected as an at-large delegate before they resigned. Is that correct? No. No? Okay, then never mind.
Now,
Thank you. Hi, I am Andy P. From Los Angeles, they, them pronouns. Could I please ask the chair to, again...
Hello, my name's Wade. IDGAF are my pronouns. Yeah.
There's a previous point of privilege about waving around signs that it is distracting.
IDGAF means I don't give a fuck, if you were
Other
wondering.
comrades, I have autism. This is distracting to me. I would like to ask our fellow delegates, please, to not wave around
Yes.
your signs, especially during voting. Thank you.
yes. Please do not wave around your signs.
These people will systematically pad up every single fucking building in America if they could. This has to stop.
Thank you.
This has to stop. These people have to be shut down.
My God.
Don't wave your signs around whenever people are trying to vote? What?
I don't even know what to say. I really don't. This is the most mentally ill brain. Oh, wait. No, this is a new one. What is Fatty saying?
It's a point of... Go ahead. It's got a point of privilege. The microphones seem really low today. It's hard to hear everyone at the mic. Between the background noise and the volume in here with the microphones, it's really hard to hear. And the closed captioning also is slower to make it hard to keep up with what's going on.
You don't need to keep up exactly with what's going on. Yeah, the caption's going to be a little slower because they have to type down all the information and get it out. Yeah. As long as you can read it, that's all that matters, dipshit. This isn't a movie, man. Or thing. It's not a movie. It's on stage. It's going to be slow.
All they do is talk about
They
themselves.
bitch and complain. That's all they do.
Complain about bureaucratic processes. That's literally all they do. Like, does anything ever get done? Like, they hold an event, it goes on all day, and nobody
Nobody does anything.
Do anything.
Yeah.
There's no greater ideology that this serves. It's all just self-serving narcissism. Point of privilege. There's not enough snack cakes.
Thank you, delegate. I have a hearing impairment, and I'm struggling to hear the delegates, and I know that you are too.
You have a hearing impairment? I don't believe you.
Let's have some order.
You hear someone laughing in the background? You hear them?
You are too.
You have a hearing impairment? I don't believe you.
Let's have some order. We'll hear from the delegate on microphone 1, please.
I did want to bring attention to the fact that a fellow delegate is holding the gender parity cards.
Let's take the microphone to that delegate. We'll hear from them right now.
Thank you, Joseph.
Oh no! Oh no! Was this what we were talking about whenever yesterday we were talking about ball gags? Oh my god. Alright, let's go. Let's hear it. Here we go.
She, her. My pronouns are she, her, elle en français. It's gonna be really hard to follow Rob Ash.
What does that mean? What planet do these people hail from? Like, at this point...
Amazing speaker. We are a working class party. I think most of us in
You're not a working class party.
There's no way. That's the craziest thing about this. These people live in such... if she's working somewhere, it's at a family business. Or she's a Nepo baby. I'm sorry, but no average American's got the time or money whenever they're trying to struggle with all their fucking bills and rent to sit there and get tattoos and fucking nose piercings and getting their fucking nails done every Thursday for $300 fucking dollars. Nobody got money like that. Nobody.
Privileged, it's insane. Everybody in this fucking building is privileged as fuck. You are the do you really think that people that are working class have time to think about getting piercings and tattoos, dressing up like a DLC battle pass reward from Assassin's Creed Shadows?
Exactly. Like,
do you really
dude, get the fuck out of here.
the opportunity to do that?
Not even the time. Like, just think about that. In order to get this kind of stuff, you would have to have not just the time, but the money to do all this shit. And then you're sitting here in front of the microphone. Like, dude, there's no way.
No, this is only something that is a privilege of first worlders that are living in a world that is protected by people that think the exact opposite of what they do. It's embarrassing. Oh my God.
They gotta be from Jupiter, bro. There's no way.
These people are actually reverse Nazis? Well, I mean, I don't think it's really a big difference. Point of privilege.
Most of us in
I
this...
think they are. I think they are Nazis. I think they're commies, dude. I think they're straight up commies. They'll kill you to get what they want. They will. I mean, they're already protesting down in the Nose King protests all weekend. I saw a lot of flags that were the communist hammer and sickle. These people are communists. They are. They sit there and say no kings, and it's like, what do you think a communist country is ran on? Usually, like, they're not going to call it a kingdom, but I mean, if there's one ruler for the entirety of his life, what the fuck is that? I mean, come on.
Stalin would have gulagged these people?
Stalin would be embarrassed.
Honestly, he would be so sad watching this. Can you think about the level of disappointment Joseph Stalin would have with this event? He would be so upset.
Room are behind that, and while we can debate on the specific words and who is and isn't included, I think our Constitution needs to recognize that. And I also recognize there is... I'm sorry, I'm speaking way too fast. Let me slow down for the closed captioning. I'm so sorry, I get excited.
Yeah.
It's a point of privilege. The closed captions for this convention are running between 6 and 10 seconds behind. So it's just a request.
Bro, what is it with these people and their damn captions, man? Holy shit. You can bring up anything you want up to the microphone and you're going to just continue to talk about the dumbest shit. The dumbest, stupidest shit.
Be aware, and when you move to a vote, I'm still reading the debate. So if we just take a little pause, that would be appreciated.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yes, bonjour,
yes.
hi. My name is Parker Tian. I'm representing Vancouver Quadra. Just to reply my Frank Pokov comrades point of privilege earlier, as you can see, I do have one of the translating device. However, I like to raise this to the chair's concern that the sign out process for this device is not necessarily the best because
it actually is just complaining about processes. It's actually just the discussion of and the complaining about processes. That's it. There's literally nothing that happens.
It requires you to fill the form and give a piece of your ID, and most people don't even know where to get it, which is behind the registration table. And also, like, they don't have enough pens when we're there, so there was a very long line up. Also for the device itself.
How do these people function on a daily basis? You can't tell me these people go to work and work a 9 to 5. There's no way. They sit here and bitch about the most simplest things. Like how do these people get up at a time they don't want to get up at and go in and do things they don't want to do all fucking day? There's no way. There's no way these people are doing that.
Because it's using infrared technology, you have to kind of like position it so it can receive the signal.
There's no way. You can't convince me. I'm sorry.
Sure, man. Definitely. And, oh my fucking God. I don't even know what to say.
It's just crazy shit, man. These people are crazy. What the fuck? There we go. Here we go. Check out Decoy W Decoy. I'm liking his new setup. Decoy's new setup looking great, bro. Looking great.
No kings, EBT tribes with immediate bopping by the samurai cop cavalry, which magically stops the rioting as the No Kings protests resume in Los Angeles. And when they reach the federal building, they once again begin attempting to break in. Then, while wearing a Mexican flag, broke apart a concrete column to create projectiles to toss at cops.
You see, the minute you do this, the minute you do something like this, the absolute second you start doing this,
if you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired.
That's right.
Because we are going to run you down and put you in jail.
Mm-hmm.
If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street.
Mm-hmm.
If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail.
That's right.
If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail. And
I think at that point they should just be calling family members to collect remains, but that's just my opinion.
Likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here.
Yes, sir.
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead.
Yes, sir. You goddamn straight.
We're not going to play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely 100%. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
It's insane to think that in America, our federal buildings can be sieged by masked men wearing multiple other countries' flags.
That's the best part, right? That's the best part about it. There's a bunch of masked people in our country that are throwing rocks and breaking open buildings with other country flags around them. Isn't that just a beautiful thing? Remember, only in fucking America.
While actually attacking federal law enforcement, and not only does everybody there, but the mainstream media doesn't seem to care. As in any other era but today's, this would be seen as an invasion. So at least eventually they got gassed, briefly pushing them back. Utilizing signs and leaf blowers to block the gas.
Yeah, you're right. It does happen in other countries as well. No, you're right. You're right. It, especially like with Britain and their new Rupert Lowe. What the hell is that? Restore Britain. Why the hell is that so hard for me to think of? I must be tired today. Shit hurts, don't it, bitch?
Before finally, the feds stopped playing and burst out the gate.
You see what they should be doing? They should hold this wall like 300, and what you do is you have like you have 2 or 3 lines of officers, right? You have the front with the riot shields, and then you have the 2 behind them, and what should happen is that you have people in between the officers behind the riot shields, right? And what these guys do with the riot shields is they use a little peephole in the front, and they blast people with the rubber bullets, right? And then what happens is once you see people hit the ground from the rubber bullets, you move the shields to the side, and you let the people that are in between the shield guys grab people, pull them back, and then you use the 3rd row to automatically arrest people and hold them there at the facility. That's what you need to be doing with these motherfuckers. You have the front line, you have the grabbers, and then you have the people that are going to arrest them and put their ass in incarceration. In that order. I can turn that whole damn operation into a well-greased machine, boys. I could turn that whole thing into a well-greased machine.
Pushing back the mob and making
it ain't gonna be about crowd dispersal, I promise you.
Few arrests.
Oh, gotcha, bitch! Oh man, we got a lot of little chirpers in Chitty Chat today. I've just been ignoring them because they're annoying. Don't leave your bedroom. And you look for the page on how to claim asylum. I think this guy seems to like his constitution being taken away. So what in the Constitution says that you can destroy public property, throw rocks at police officers, and hit on police officers like they're your personal punching bag? It says you have the right to peaceably assemble. It doesn't say you have the right to protest. It also doesn't say it damn sure doesn't say you have the right to riot. So, like, where in the Constitution does it say that? I'm confused about that. The second doesn't say that. The Second Amendment does not say that at all. Here we go. The Second Amendment. We're really gonna play this game. Oh, talking about, I thought you was talking about the, dude, what the fuck? You're schizo. The Second Amendment is not, no. That's retarded. You're dumb. That's just stupid. Where's that at? You're an idiot. Where's that at? 6, bro, horror, cameraman not dying. Da-da-da-da-da. I don't see it. My camera's gonna die. Funny enough.
But then these imbeciles, while evading arrest, ran onto the train tracks.
I don't give a shit. That guy's just brain dead and stupid. The Second Amendment, you can't shoot police with the guns, you dumbass. That's just stupid. Fucking terrorists trying to radicalize a bunch of idiots in America.
Getting run over by the metro to protest the king that doesn't even exist sounds stupid.
Yeah, they're gonna protest the king that doesn't exist because they're dumbasses. I mean, what about January 6th? Where'd that go? Oh, you've been very chirpy. Dude, I'm just gonna ban you. You're fucking stupid. Hide user. Bye. Bye, dumbass. Jesus Christ.
But this is the same group that tried to tag the communist flag before noticing they weren't tall enough to finish the painting, and writing, "Abolishing ICE is the neural position," as none of this makes sense unless you had more emotions and information paired with a shoe-sized IQ, and you would hope even an imbecile would know not to fight an armored horse, as they quickly and effectively finally disperse the mob of unemployed madness.
The No Kings protest is for mentally ill people that want to hurt and batter police officers because they're upset that Trump is the president and they want to call him the king, even though in another, like, what is it, like another 2.5 years, he's not going to be the president anymore. Like, that's, like, they're calling Trump, it's a No Kings protest where they're protesting a quote-unquote king, yet they're walking around, and this is why I say it's for a bunch of mentally ill people, they're walking around shouting communist propaganda with the hammer and sickle flags being flown in the protest. I don't understand how anybody can take these people seriously at all. Not even remotely. And by the way, I feel like in this country, if you don't have a permit, because you can get a permit to protest, you can. It helps local police clear off street corners, kind of like a parade. I feel like they should make it a law to where if you want to protest, you have to file a permit and decide on where you want to protest. Seriously. Like, this is just ridiculous at this point. This is crazy. It's insane. Think about how much money is being hemorrhaged on police officers for this stupidity. Think about how many, like, first responders are being taken off the street that could be used to protect people and help people for this dumb shit. This is so stupid. I love this comment simply because how am I the one that's brainwashed whenever Trump's going to be out of office in 2.5 years? You do understand that Trump's not even going to be in office in 2.5 years, yet you've got an entire movement around him being a king? Like, how am I the brainwash? You can't even type without sounding like an absolute crazy person, though. Holy shit. I'm going to ban you because half the stuff you're saying is so bad that, like, it takes a lot for YouTube to filter out what you're saying. So, like, if YouTube is filtering out that many comments, it's time for you to go, bro.
As surprisingly, the protest ended before the sun went down, which is shocking, as in Los Angeles less than a year ago, they let idiots control the city for weeks until they finally had to deploy the Marines. But this time, aside from letting the samurai cop cavalry knock some equestrian sense into them, all they had to do was actually let them make arrests for attacking the feds.
Yeah.
And even
boom, problem solved. A big surprise if Minneapolis had done that from day one, this wouldn't have even gotten anywhere near as bad. Duh.
Even the idiots that were simply graffitiing threats or actually getting investigated, as this
Good, they should be investigated. When you scribble something like that on a wall to incite violence, you should absolutely, that should be like a minimum 15-year sentence. When you write something like this about a president of the United States or about law enforcement, immediate 15-year sentence. No question about it. I don't want this person anywhere near a civilized society. No, absolutely not.
Graffitiing threats or actually getting investigated, as this is indeed a federal crime, to which she has already been identified.
U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley
I
posting
love that they wear masks, but they automatically get ID'd. You know what I'm saying? It's the funniest shit ever.
To those who were smashing concrete blocks and throwing them at our officers, we have you on video. We will find you and arrest you too. You've been
just like all the protesters that are being federally charged from Minneapolis now.
warned. The protests also became chaotic in Portland, Oregon, where an unlawful assembly was declared outside an ICE facility.
And Fox News just lightly skimmed the difference between the No Kings nonsense in Los Angeles versus Portland. But notice, Portland, Oregon saw the same exact things outside their federal building.
Yep, that's right.
As it appears their police get manhandled and pushed back. So they were still under siege well into the evening. Until they finally made some heavy-handed arrests.
There it goes. The minute people start getting arrested, they scatter, dude.
Idiots.
We need to round up all these people, and we need to put them all in jail. You sitting there destroying public property like that, you need to go, man. Oh, there it goes. Gotcha, bitch. Nope, you're not going anywhere. To jail with you. Is that a woman? Oh my God.
As this all could have been avoided if only they made those same detainments the moment they started attacking.
Yep.
But no, deep blue cities like Portland allow the police to essentially get bullied.
Yeah, no, they're punching bags. Those are the cities that defund the police so that way crime can run rampant. Obviously.
Idiots that don't even know what they're protesting. They're all against us having a king. We don't have one, so they already won. But that won't stop them from dressing up like a poison tree frog to blend in with the mobs of idiots that are literally plaguing this country.
It's crazy.
As over in Philly,
this is crazy.
Banana has ideas.
Why are you out protesting No Kings?
Because I believe in the basic fundamental principles of our democracy. And if we don't show up now, when it's the most important time to show up, when we see those, the contract eroding, right? Our Constitution is a contract.
How is the Constitution eroding right now?
Well, now I'm going to sound like an idiot. So we have.
Yeah, if your statement starts with "I'm going to sound like an idiot," it's because you're an idiot. Yeah, that seems pretty accurate. I mean, that camera's gonna die.
Oh my God, I can't believe, like, I put on. All right. We have the Trump out there right now.
As it's equally bad over in D.C.
What this administration is doing. Black women are pretty much being murdered in medical professions when we go to seek medical care, and that research is being defunded.
With the No Kings staff over in Newport
The fuck
Beach.
are you even on about? Wait, what?
Medical care and medical professions when we go to seek medical care, and are pretty much being murdered in medical professions when we go to seek medical care, and that research is being defunded.
With the No Kings staff over in Newport Beach is at least slightly.
Oh my God, these people are fucking stupid.
Smarter.
Excuse me, I just respectfully ask that you shoot people's signs rather than their faces, because some people are more at risk than others. So I just like to respect.
Oh, it sounds like a personal problem. You're in a public space. Deal with it.
What do you mean at risk? They're out in public.
You can't do that. Doesn't matter what you think or feel. If you're in a public space, you can record people. It doesn't matter. No one gives a fuck what you think, lady.
Maybe they have family or friends.
You have no right to privacy in a public space.
For being deported.
And I say slightly as her excuse is still somewhat racist, but just shows how top to bottom their entire organization is essentially evaporating, as they no longer have the money to fund their fight against the feds, and even in deep Democrat strongholds like Denver, their resistance is quickly ended.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's what happens whenever you mobilize the police to get the job done. Duh. Exactly. This dude is talking
So congratulations
about
to everybody.
rights. Oh, you know what? I haven't really been pulling people up today, huh? I haven't really been doing that. This dude is talking about what right for America while actively contributing nothing. Go pay some taxes or get a job, bud. I was a firefighter, you fucking fruitcake. What have you done for your community other than advocate for stupidity? I've saved people from burning buildings. I've put out fires. I've done CPR on fucking babies, bruh. What have you done for your community? What have you done for your community? Nog, Wapo, whatever the fuck that name is, dude's literally a bathrobe and a hoodie. Oh, is that all you got is insults? At least I'm more grown up enough to know that insults don't do shit for anything. I don't have to sit here and insult somebody. I'll just directly attack their intelligence. So what about what I've been saying you got a problem with? Why would I tell you that, dumbass? What, so I can dox myself? Are you fucking stupid? Why, so you a bunch of you schizos can go down to my ex workplace and harass them until they give you an address? Fuck no. What do you think I am, fucking stupid? I'm not like you, sorry. So what if now that I've answered your question, what about what I've been saying do you have a problem with? And you know what's funny? I'm making money off of YouTube. Technically, I do have a job. I'm a YouTuber. So I do actually have a job. Big surprise. Whenever you speak the truth on the internet, you get money. I don't have to force people to go with the same nonsensical baby birding bullshit that everyone else is feeding to each other. Nothing? You're just gonna leave? That's it? All I gotta do is get behind this microphone and speak the truth. All you can do is sit here and threaten people, attack people. Oh, you don't have a job. Oh, you don't have this. Oh, cry about it. You're losing. That's all you got left. Because you know that the minute you start any kind of argument with anything that has to do with what you're advocating for, it falls apart. That's immediately why that lady said right off the bat, oh, well, I'm going to sound stupid by saying this, or I'm going to sound like an... Yes, because you're a fucking idiot. That's why. You're dumb. You want to call us brain... Like, the hypocrisy with all this shit has been insane. It's been insane. It's crazy. Where do you go? No. You're not going to run off. Oh, my camera died. We are going to perma you. Hide user from channel. Bye-bye. I have to plug my camera in because for whatever reason, sometimes it just decides that it's not going to charge. So there's not really much that I can do other than let it charge up a little bit and then bring it back up. I know you because you are my sister. The fuck? I am just claiming the healing of my... What the fuck? Go take your medicine. I don't know what's going on with that person. That person needs help. Is it just me, or is he really good at standing still? Oh. The camera's dead. The camera died.
Everybody part of this No Kings movement.
It's because I streamed over the weekend, and sometimes the computer just won't charge the fucking thing. I don't know why. I'm gonna really have to start... I'm gonna probably invest in some more batteries for this camera. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. It is getting kind of old now, but it ain't that damn old. Hold on. You know what? Give me this piece of shit. Fuck, there. Is that still not charging? What the fuck's going on? It's like it's not charging at all now. I'm gonna have to get a new battery. Hold on. This sucks. Like I'm gonna have to physically purchase a new battery because I don't have one. Let me see if that charges up. Let me get a couple more videos in and see if it's charged up enough to turn it on again. Let me get like a video in and see if it's going to charge for me. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. It's actually kind of pissing me off.
Well, while Democrats feel...
Oh, man, I don't like this lady one bit. I hate this lady. I hope she gets sent back to her country. They are calling for her to go back to her country. Please, lady, leave. Leave, lady, please.
Innocent Americans. They were busy using yesterday's protests. Well, while Democrats fail to protect innocent Americans, they were busy using yesterday's protests to trash President Trump.
Donald Trump just has not...
I agree. They should build a big, massive fucking wall around America, but that's not going to solve the problem. You know what'll solve the problem real quick? Making sure that whoever we elect in office maintains this high, strict immigration policy.
Chipped away at our democracy. He has taken...
Ain't no hour about it, lady. You ain't even from America. What are you talking about?
A wrecking ball to the...
I'm sorry, but I don't care where you're from. If you're an immigrant that wants to assimilate with our society, W. But the second that you become part of Congress and you try to defund the DHS, I got a problem with you.
The foundation of what makes America great. We have an administration that is openly and brazenly breaking the law and is acting like the Constitution is optional. And while they are doing that, they are shamefully and blatantly lying about every single thing they are doing.
But according to Vice President J.D. Vance, it's Omar who's doing the lying. Vance said that this week that he thinks Omar definitely committed immigration fraud and is now looking to build a case against her. A spokesperson for Omar.
Ooh, he coming after that ass, boy. Go get him, JD. Let's go. WJD.
Quote, ridiculous lie. But the tiny African nation of Somaliland, different than Somalia, is ready to help and is calling for Omar to be extradited to them. I say let's do it. Okay. All right. Joey, so the allegation here that's been made is that Omar entered into a sham civil marriage with her alleged brother. That's the allegation here. Do you think Vice President Vance really believes that she committed immigration fraud?
You don't have to. Just figure it out. Just figure out a way. Just get her out of here. Get her out of here. The last thing I want is some illegal immigrant or some immigrant in my country that got her comeuppance from a state that is ravaged by healthcare fraud, that has ties to immigration, illegal immigration, that are all tied back to a Somalian terrorist organization in Somalia. That's the last thing I want. The last thing I want to hear from what's in my constitution should be coming from that person. Like, she could have said that that the earth was flat and I would have had more respect for her. I'm sorry.
Or do you think he's just playing to the base ahead of a 2028 presidential run?
I don't know. I mean, it seems like he believes it. I don't know what he knows that we don't know. Just the timeline here. So she came here as a child, like just to make sure everyone understands. She came here as a child, as a refugee. You can come as a refugee, and about 5 years after that, you can apply for citizenship. And that's essentially what when she turned 17, she applied for it through her father, is what she says. So she has legal status in a pretty common way for refugees. It's not her legal status that is in question. It's, did she help someone else gain citizenship fraudulently? I don't know the full timeline. Basically, she was married to someone, divorced.
You know what's even crazier about this? So she allegedly got her wealth from a winery, fucking like a vineyard, right? Did you know that in her religion you cannot own, partake, or sell wine? That's interesting to me. And then whenever people started investigating the site of the wine, nobody got any actual wine when they ordered it, and the business doesn't exist. So it makes you wonder, how deep is the rabbit hole?
That person got married to someone else just long enough for them to become a citizen, then divorced that person, or she was common law married to someone, lived with someone, then married this other person
died
long enough for them to become a citizen.
Camera died, so it's charging right now. Let me see. Yeah, it's charging. Give me like 2 videos and I'll be able to bring it back up.
Then broke that marriage up and married the person she was with to begin with. If you're in, a trailer park down in Georgia where I'm from, this kind of stuff does happen. I mean, it's kind of a, redneck, white trashy way of doing things. I've seen it happen. It's not normal. It's not common. It's kind of odd. And there is a motive here that needs to be looked at. I don't know what the truth is. I don't know enough about these people, like her and the individuals in this. But it's enough to look at, especially if you're going to be in Congress. It seems like you would, oppo research and kind of make sure you're locked tight on something like this.
Joey, I didn't have that on my bingo card, the defense of marrying a sibling from you. But okay.
I did not say anything.
I feel like if you lie on your immigration application and stuff, or you do something like marrying a brother that's in the U.S. or some shit like that, you should immediately be deported. Everything you should immediately be like disqualified, and you should be
But even if that person
deported.
isn't, if she only married that person to get them citizenship, that's still fraud.
But Kevin, the challenge here, I'm going to have you put your almost lawyer hat on since you're working toward it. So denaturalization is very, very difficult. There's an exceptionally high burden of proof. So, I mean, what are the chances that this even happens?
It's not going to happen. And you know what? This is going to frustrate a lot of people out there. Let's be honest, though, about this. There is a protected class in this country. When you're the higher up the food chain you go, the less likely you ultimately would suffer the same consequences as, say, a regular person like us. So the truth is, I don't see this going anywhere, but I would say this. It's excellent politics because, again, I think maybe you mentioned it. It does feed the base, makes them say, yeah, go get him, JD, even though nothing will come of it. The threat of it's good. It makes for good copy. I just don't think there's a lot of there with respect to ultimate punishment, even if this were provable.
But, you know, Tommy, we saw with Minnesota how a lot of the perpetrators there, they shielded themselves behind the guise of, oh, you're pushing racism. This is racism. And we're kind of
they realized that didn't work, so they immediately flipped the card to start attacking people. That's their next line of defense, is they like to attack people. You got to round these people up that are sitting here trying to be violent in your own country, and you got to deport them. You got to airdrop them in after you debank them and take all their assets. You got to airdrop these clowns back into their own country, butt-ass naked, and make sure that all those assets, like if they have a house, take their house and give it to a veteran. If they got a bunch of finances, withdraw all the money, put that shit back into the reserve, into taxpayer dollars. Like, use that money, like cut everyone a big fat paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, we can't do that because, you know, there's like a protected... I don't give a fuck about your protected class. Debank them. Then what is there to protect? Nothing. Hell, if they have to debank these people and they can split the money amongst themselves as a richer, higher class, I don't give a fuck. Get these people out of the country because they're ruining it for the smaller people down the line. And there is nothing good that is going to come from an immigrant trying to defund the Department of Homeland Security. I would much rather see Trump split that money between him and his boys. I'm not going to lie. Much better than a foreign terrorist organization getting their hands on that money to build bombs to kill Americans any day of the fucking week.
Omar do a similar tactic.
If that's what it takes, then so be it.
This is bigoted, et cetera, et cetera. Will that shield her from potential accountability here, if there should be accountability?
Well, what I can't figure out is why she doesn't want to leave, because she hates this country, and she tells us that every time she speaks. She has no respect for this country, has no respect for our Constitution, so it's really big of her to stand on the stage at a No Kings and talk about the rule of law and the Constitution. I'm not so much concerned about denaturalizing her or all of this stuff. I wish it would happen. I think there's a lot of mess that would be required of it. I'm more concerned about denaturalizing those in Minnesota who are found guilty of fraud and opening Leering.
I don't care if she's legal or illegal. If you're an immigrant in America, you should not be in our politics, period. That is a recipe for disaster. Period. You should be here for at least 3 generations. And if you become a person, a political figure, you have to renounce any citizenship you have to any other foreign country. Period. Non-negotiable. And 3 generations born on American soil.
Centers, I would like to get them the hell out of this country. And then perhaps if that is done and done correctly, then perhaps there won't be, as many people to vote people like Ilhan Omar into office.
Bingo.
So maybe that's the solution.
Also, Somaliland, very different than Disneyland. So it's not.
It sounds different, but they want her and they want her bad.
I say,
the first-person shooter games there have more consequences.
Yeah, Tommy, give the people what they want. I agree.
Be sure to
Welcome back to Sunday Night in America. One Supreme Leader is gone. The next is about to cross the river Styx. But there have been consequences for us as well. More U.S. soldiers were killed this week. U.S. troops.
Oh, fuck. I hate hearing that. Fuck. Damn, I fucking hate hearing that, bro. Yo, W soldiers. This is the first group. I believe these 3 are the second group that died in the plane crash. That was I don't think they know what caused the plane crash either yet. And I think these are the new group right here. Yo, W American soldiers. W American soldiers. Man, my heart goes out to all the family members. Absolute, sad. That's so sad. I'm so sad to see that, dude.
Gathering
it sucks.
in the region, you cannot put a price tag on human life, but you can feel the economic strain of higher oil prices. Iran has been degraded, but still has some capacity and allies. Iran, probably with help from Russia, hacked the email of our FBI
You gotta fix this, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on with your hair. Either commit to being bald or grow it out. I don't know what the hell you got going on with your hair. It's thin. I see it's thin. It looks good while it's combed back, but you gotta fix these sides, man. It's not even. That's what's really kind of pissing me off, is the fact that it's not even. You gotta do something with this. I don't know who is telling you that this looks good on you, but they're lying to you. I promise you they're lying to you.
Director Kash Patel and continues to target neighbors. Peace talks are ongoing. The conflict has taken American sons and daughters. Surely, we did not take out one despot for another to replace him. Joining us, former CIA Station Chief Dan Hoffman. Welcome, Dan. Thank you for your service. Troops are gathering in the region. To me, it's probably a show of strength to quicken negotiations. I could be wrong. Is there a chance?
You know what's really sad? Is that he could look just like the cop from Terminator 2. Terminator 2 cop. He's got the look. He's got the ears too. Let me get that video. Hold on, let me get a video of it so that way I can just pull that shit up on YouTube. Let me see. Nope, I want a YouTube video. Give me a YouTube video. Give me a YouTube video. Reddit, YouTube. God damn, dude. Why does everything gotta be so complicated now? Just look up Terminator 2 cop. I don't want to deal with all that bullshit. Just look up Terminator 2 cop. There.
U.S. military boots actually hit the ground.
He's got almost the identical face. He just needs to stop dyeing his hair white, dye it like a nice brown coat, and then let the sides grow out.
I think there's always a chance there could be a specific objective that the president wants them to take. I think Carg Island would be extremely risky. It's just 10, 15 miles from the mainland, and so they would be subjected potentially to ballistic missile strikes and drones and other attacks. It's possible that they might be sent in to recover the roughly 1,000 pounds of enriched uranium that we need to be able to find and collect. Or it may be, as you said, a show of strength. There's the potential next week for negotiations in Islamabad. But look, I see there's three ways this could...
that's the sad part, is they can't. They can't. They can't do it. It's not in their blood, man. They've got that. They've adopted that third world communist mentality. That's all it is, man.
Settlement too is
I'm happy that they all they can do is sit here and attack my my looks, because as far as I'm concerned, the day that they start having any actual brain cells and start attacking the arguments that are being thrown out there is the day that we should actually be very concerned.
Change in the regime, or a change in the regime's behavior, or third, a war of attrition, an asymmetric war of attrition. And I think right now it looks more and more like we're looking at a war of attrition. Iran's regime has been surprisingly resilient, and every day that regime is standing is a victory for their regime.
All right, let me ask you about regime change. Killing one so-called supreme leader to get another dumber, more volatile one seems to me like a bad trade. What would success in Iran be? I mean, it has to be more than just one fanatical leader who hates America.
Yo, that's crazy. And I over there posted a fucking picture of this guy that I was just talking about with like the T-1000 like liquid metal. That looks kind of good, I'm not gonna lie. He looks very concerned, but it looks good.
For another, I mean, is there really a sense that the Iranian people want something different? They want to get along with their neighbors in the region, or have we, I don't want to say gotten the intel wrong, because the CIA director's like a brother to me, but have we misguessed what the Iranians want.
No, I think we...
No, they keep getting threatened by this stupid-ass regime. They're fucking scared, man. They just got through watching a lot of their family members get slaughtered. Of course they don't. We weren't wrong about the Iranian people. They're just terrified. As like I was saying while we were going over there, I was like, it might be too little too late.
He actually accurately described what the Iranian people want. The problem is that they don't have the guns. You got roughly 200,000.
Even if they got their hands on the guns, these people aren't trained to use firearms. These people haven't ever like really gotten around to firearms. Like they didn't grow up with it. It's not in their rights. They don't have that capability. These are the people that you hear that are taking out like tanks with like brooms and sticks. You know what I'm saying? Like
in Revolutionary Guard Corps, as well as their besieged paramilitary forces, and they are ensuring that there will be no protests and no threat to the regime. In fact, with the U.S. And Israel airstrikes, we've only seen a hardening of the regime when it comes to putting down protests. They've killed tens of thousands of their own people. And it doesn't look to me...
We only got 32,000. I guarantee you it's been way more than that. And think about how many more have been killed either before this war or how many have been killed while. Like it's
like the protesters have the throw weight. They have the right is on their side. But they don't, unfortunately, have the capacity without, U.S. boots on the ground like we saw in Iraq to bring about real change. And so to get to your point... the new supreme leader is kind of like the old one, except he's 30 years younger. The question for us going forward, especially if he doesn't live longer, is whether some elements of the Iran security forces, we may see some...
This man is still alive, supposedly, and we haven't seen him show face once. I don't know if he's still alive. I think he's dead. I think he's gone.
Among them, and we may get to somebody on the inside who decides that a deal is better than carrying on the fighting. And if past is prologue, then Director Radcliffe's CIA
team... If y'all new here, stick around, sub to the channel. Usually my face cam works. It's the first time in a while that it's died. If y'all new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. Helps out a lot. We're here every single day. Every day from 8 a.m. to 11. So please stick around.
Is looking at that with intelligence collection and potentially clandestine contacts with Iranian officials.
We also have a channel membership. Feel free to join the channel membership. It's the God good, you know what I'm saying?
All right, you CIA guys are smart. Real quickly before I let you go, is there a way to cause division within the Iranian security forces? Is there a way to like divide them?
Yeah, I think, look, if the Trump administration makes a clear point that we are ready to strike a deal where we eliminate sanctions and Iran can go on now building out their economy as long as they don't have a ballistic missile or nuclear program, then there may be some in their security establishment that might agree to that. That's sort of the big question for the CIA, for our intelligence collection, for our intelligence community writ large. And I will tell you that the DNI, Tulsi Gabbard, is on the
Yeah, you can see up my nose. You see my big pulsating brain up there?
hook to answer those questions.
That's a weird thing to say, dude. Like, that's weird.
President.
You one of those people that's going to take the mouse and try to pick my nose, aren't you, you fucker? You one of those people.
Make the best decisions going forward.
Dan Hoffman, thank you again for your service and for joining us on a Sunday night. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, sir.
Excruciating when parents lose a child. It's impossible when the perpetrator never should have been here in the first place, whether on bond or in the U.S. unlawfully. What do you say to parents who ask why? Why was this person here to harm or kill my child? Why was this person back here despite repeated...
Okay, hold on. I think the camera's good now. Camera should be good now, hopefully. We had 3 bars. We should be good now. Oh, wait. Did it fix for both? Oh, it did. Okay, cool. There we go. We back.
Deportations. Why do some politicians?
So I believe that this is that one that, yeah, this is the one where that woman had been killed going to college by an immigrant or an illegal
recidivist migrants more than they
You see,
do.
the issue that I could see happening if we get 2 more terms of somebody that runs on heavy immigration policies is America is now in shock. There's a lot of people that are, it's like a shell shock to the entire system, that now you're going to have to convince people that having an immigrant, importing immigrants for jobs is a good thing. And I don't really feel bad for saying this, but there's no way that you're going to convince me that importing an immigrant is better than taking a homeless person and training them to hold a job. I'm sorry, you're just not going to convince me. It's not going to happen.
Americans. Richard Williams survived war and cancer. He just couldn't survive standing on a train platform in New York City. The 83-year-old grandfather was killed when a foreign national pushed him onto the subway tracks.
Remember, boys, the best way to scare an IRGC is to drop an IRGC in with no parachute. Remember that. Remember, whatever you think is too brutal, it ain't brutal enough.
The killer was here unlawfully with a long, violent rap sheet, deported 4 times, and still here. Why?
And you know what Trump is doing with the people that are like that? The people that keep getting deported, that end up getting back into the country, those are the people that end up on that island with that like Megamax prison from that one fucking country. That's where they end up.
The Democrats. Sheridan Gorman was 18 years old, in college and the spring of life. And I say was because she was shot to death while walking with friends, shot by an illegal immigrant. Another unprovoked murder by someone who never should have been here. You know, when Democrats said wrong place, wrong time, how callous is that? There should never be a wrong place or a wrong time to walk.
That's crazy. Remember, if you get raped or if you get shot and killed on the streets, walking to your house, you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. How dare you be there? How dare you be there on this quote-unquote free soil that's stolen land? How dare you?
On a lakefront in the United States of America. We should be free to go wherever we want to go without dying at the hands of someone unlawfully here, bolstered by sanctuary city madness. Katie Abraham had a birthday yesterday.
El Salvador, thank you, El Salvador.
I hope Jesus sang to her because her family could not. She was killed riding in a car with friends by a drunk driver who fled the scene, and he too was here unlawfully. And here's her father, Joe Abraham, who should be celebrating his daughter's birth.
Ain't no shot. Let me guess, they both died in the car accident?
And not talking about her death.
The question is whether policy decisions
Yo, W, Dad, you go get them. You get those motherfuckers, man. You go up there and you tear them a new asshole.
Or decrease preventable risk. Did failures in enforcement matter? Did gaps in coordination matter? Did policy choices create conditions that allowed this to happen?
Yes,
Katie's
absolutely.
Not a headline. She was not a statistic. She was someone worth more than being ignored and made invisible. Katie received a death sentence that night. We received a life sentence.
So here's my question. How much is enough? How many lives cut short? How many grieving parents do we have to hear from? How much carnage before politicians create sanctuaries for us and our children and not unlawful migrants?
Yep.
Mr. Abraham joins us now. Sir, I do not have the words to convey adequately my sympathy. Her birthday, Easter, Father's Day, every day until you are reunited with her will be filled with grief, and it was all so avoidable.
absolutely avoidable. And Trey, you're 100% right on. These are these illegal immigrants that our governor, J.B. Pritzker, stands behind, regardless of the situation, is something that really can't be explained. It's very incoherent. Like, you look at the situation with the Loyola University woman. Now he's up on front of the TV and he's talking about how, well, ICE and Donald Trump didn't do their job here, getting the worst of the worst. Meanwhile, is he trying to say that he wants Gestapo and jackbooted thugs, as he called them, back into a city because they didn't get the job done the first time around? It's so incoherent, and he is a person that will never stand behind his policies. He deflects, he deceives, and he is never going to tell the truth to the Illinois voters. Never.
That's crazy. I never thought I'd see the day where we have politicians that are saying that because you were shot and killed, you're in the wrong place at the wrong... Like, I've heard, like, podunk police departments saying stupid shit like that. I'm so, like, mind-blown by that. That's crazy to me.
Absolutely nothing. Here's one of them who preaches about safety in Gaza, for God's sake, but not here in the United States, and I'll ask you about it on the other side.
And I have made clear to the president, both in our private conversations and our public conversations, about the fact that I believe that ICE is a rogue agency. It's a reckless one. It's one that delivers nothing towards the furthering of the cause of public safety. And I've also been...
I feel the same way about you, Mandami. And all these people that are coming from these foreign countries and trying to work their way up into our politics. That's exactly how I feel about them. How is importing somebody and allowing them to run a city where they get shot and killed by an illegal beneficial to every other citizen and American in this country? That's interesting, because it kind of sounds an awful lot like you've got your own form of the Gestapo. This quote-unquote secret police. You think that maybe this is some form of foreshadowing, perhaps?
Public about my belief that ICE is an entity that should be abolished.
Here's what I would love them to hear from you, whether it's Pritzker, whether it's Mamdani. I want the politicians who are able to tuck their children into bed at night and still able to hug them on their birthday to know what it feels like to lose a child the way you did.
It is such a devastating is not the right word. We are in such a dark wilderness right now. We are fumbling through life at this point to find our way. See, what they don't seem to understand is what they'll say is, you'll hear from J.B. Pritzker, well, if he did wrong, he will get the full extent of the law. Well, my guy who killed Katie didn't get the full extent of the law. He got some jail time. He'll see the light of day again. My daughter's in the grave, and I feel like I'm in the grave with her. That's how devastating it is. So we now will, thinking we have our child the rest of our lives,
Seems like you pick and choose which foreign government you're okay with running America. Host of the show is an absolute muppet. No foreign country should be running America, period. I want a third generation, bare minimum immigrant that could even remotely begin going into our politics. And if they are in our politics, they have to renounce all citizenship to any foreign country. And they also have to stay in America for the entirety of their election term. Non-negotiable. Period. If you are an immigrant that is a first gen, you just came here as a 9-year-old, I don't give a fuck. You cannot run in American politics. You can't be mayor. You shouldn't even be able to hold a judge's seat. Period. And if you don't like it, go cry about it to somebody else.
We had to bury our 20-year-old. Is that, they really pour the salt into the wound by saying ridiculous things like that. You'll hear, well, citizens create more crime. Well, there are American drunk drivers that kill Americans every day. So.
Yeah, but when you import a race of, like, let's say that 50% of America is killed by average Americans drunk driving. Okay, great. Let's leave it there. Let's not import a race of people to push that number any higher, huh? Maybe don't do that.
What's the difference? What's so special about Katie? The guy, he should not have been here. And that's the bottom line.
Exactly.
And so when you talk about, you know, he will find justice, there's no such thing. And that's what they don't understand. These are preventable. I can't help it if a citizen kills my daughter. Again,
No.
that's...
She was walking on the sidewalk with her friends, and then she was shot and killed by an illegal immigrant. These aren't advocates against ICE. They're for ICE. They want these illegals, these fucking criminals that are in our country like this out. And it's obvious that that's what should be happening here. Like, oh, well, they're not really breaking the law being here. They are. It's illegal to be in a country that you just crossed a border into without any paperwork or anything. Like, you can't just move into a country and expect to be just given citizenship. That's not how it's going to work. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to import these mass group of people that would not assimilate with American culture. They haven't, and they're not going to, and use them to take over the voter base. That's what they were trying to do. And then they wanted them to immediately get citizenship and everything be okay. No. We should be doing the opposite. If they're here and they got here legally, we should be looking at these states that had this mass fraud in it, and we should be trying to denaturalize these first-generation immigrants that came here when they shouldn't be here, that were handed licenses and CDL licenses in these states that did this, and we should, number one, put everyone in the administration in jail for treason. Number two, we should immediately hold businesses for trafficking, human trafficking, if they employed these people. And number three, we should be rounding up every illegal immigrant, because there's the key word, illegal, and deporting them because they're breaking the fucking law being here. Literally in the word, it's in the name, illegal immigrant. If you can't even get here doing what you need to do to handle your business, I know you ain't going to do what it takes to be a contributing member of this society. No, absolutely not.
Indictment of leadership in Illinois. When they tell you wrong place at the wrong time, that's an indictment on them, because they're telling citizens you cannot enjoy your own state. Stay off of this street, stay off of that street. You come to Chicago, I'll walk you around. I've lived here all my life. I will show you exactly who owns the streets. And it's not the police, and it's not you and I. So whatever they tell you about how safe this place is, you come with me. We'll ride the subway, we'll walk the lakefront. I will show you everything a city should not be.
Yep.
All right,
this is an American that is tired of seeing his country be literally handed on a silver platter to a foreign country. There are immigrants that feel the exact same way that are here. There are Somalian immigrants that feel the exact same way. They had to bust their ass to get here the legal way. They're just trying to be a contributing member to society and support their family and pay into the taxpayer system so they could withdraw Social Security one day. And you know what? To any immigrant that's like that, W immigrant. They tried to learn English. They're trying to learn English. They're going through the process of assimilating with American culture. You're more than welcome here. 100%, 1000%. But the minute you import this group of people and you got somebody like Nick Shirley going around finding these like strip malls specifically for Somalians that they're running Americans out of, well, you got a goddamn problem in your country. You've got an infection.
I want to do. Not enough attention to me is given to the victims and their lives and those who must carry on. So I'm going to let you take us to the end of this by telling us about Katie. Enough about the people that kill others. Tell us about the beauty of the life that was taken. Tell us about your daughter.
Well, Illinois in this world, as far as I'm concerned, is a worse place now without her. She was this just huge personality, so engaging. made everyone feel seen and valued, had everyone participating.
You see, this is exactly what was going on with the parents in these high schools or these schools that were trying to force these kids to do shit they didn't want to do, with all this like gender bullshit. Now you've got parents speaking up about their dead children that have been killed by these illegals that shouldn't have even been here to begin with. Like, this is only going to exacerbate and get 100 times worse. And it should. It should be incredibly uncomfortable for anybody that's living here in this country to come here and kill our people and expect to just continue to be let out into the system. That's disgusting.
Such a great sense of humor. Her wit was as sharp as I've ever seen. Not only children, but adults. She was able to read a room so perfectly and then adjust to it and then be the center of it. She had this magnetic personality about her. She also loved the water. She was a water polo player. She was a
you're an American, man. Like that's what pisses me off with a lot of people in America. It's like, well, I'm an African American, or I'm a Somali American, or I'm a Asian American. Motherfucker, you're an American. If you were born in America, you're not an African American. You're an American, dumbass. It's weird. The people are so captured by this mentality that they don't even realize that they're putting it out there, because they've made it their entire identity. And the reason why I say first-generation immigrants shouldn't be in our politics is because with the bombings that happened recently and really kind of just in general, a lot of there was the one that attempted to happen recently whenever we attacked Iran. It was a first generation. He was born here on American soil, lived in a multi-million-dollar house, and he was out there trying to light bombs and throw it at police. A lot of people, and I'm being lenient, a lot of people in this country think that if you're from a foreign country, you shouldn't be doing that at all. Period. I'm on the, modest side of things. You would be surprised how many people just want to denaturalize the immigration population, period, and deport them. But they're not talking because they're scared. And I don't agree with that, but there are people that think that too. They are.
Swimmer, all through high school, just a terrific athlete. She loved music. Her and I would listen to what she would call, she had a very eclectic taste, but she would come to me to want to listen to the 1900s music, basically the music I grew up on. So we would do that. She would develop these playlists. She was just loved animals, and she was just a beautiful person. And the success that she was going to have that has been stolen by people that our government deceitful.
I feel like, now here's the thing. I do feel like that if you're an immigrant and you join the military, because I didn't talk about that, I feel like the military should be treated differently. I do. I think the military should be, if you join up to get your citizenship via the military, that's obviously different. If you're willing to die for this country, you should be willing to obviously serve in politics. You should. Now, you should still be forced to renounce all citizenship to a foreign country, period. That is non-negotiable. You cannot visit a foreign country. You cannot, they need to monitor you heavily. And I feel like it should be like that with every politician, American or not. There are lots of traitors rampant that want to seek the death of American Western culture. And we have to do everything we can to preserve it.
People that run our government took away. They helped create the environment. There's no way. So I cannot decouple her death and the politics. The politics created the environment that had Katie killed. And that's what Illinois voters need to know. And what they also need to know is, God forbid, if anything happens.
What should happen to you if you're a politician is you should immediately be debanked. You should have a 4-year term, which means you can only serve for 4 years. There needs to be an age limit and a set age at which you could even start becoming a politician. Like I said, you need to be debanked. You need to be isolated away from your family for 4 years. And you need to be working 365 days a year, 7 days a week, out on that fucking floor, passing bills, individual bills, not cluster-fucked, clumped together bullshit, individual bills being live streamed every single fucking day for the entirety of your election. Period. No dual citizenship, no family, no outside income, no trading, nothing. And you need to be on that floor for at least 12 hours a day passing bills to help Americans. That's what you need to be doing. Not going on vacation, not advocating to go to Israel, not trying to get money from a foreign country, not doing all this nonsensical bullshit. Down there, passing bills to help American lives. That's what your fucking job is. Do your fucking job. Quit wasting everyone's time and pay your goddamn bills. Enough is enough. We got to start holding these elected officials to higher standards.
Them, their state, just like they did with Katie and me, will turn their backs on you as quick as possible, and they will erase you and they will make you disappear because our story is inconvenient. I wrote an op-ed that talked about the Gorman family and what they can expect from the state of Illinois. And I promise you one thing, justice isn't the thing they're going to get.
You know, someone once asked, "O death, where is thy sting?" It's in your household. It's in your heart, and it will be in your life until you are reunited with her. The best thing we can do is make sure it never happened in vain. If we don't start changing policies, I'm going to be interviewing.
When are you getting a job and moving out of your parents' house? Well, my mom's dead. And I haven't known my dad since I was 6. So when are you going to grow a brain cell and stop saying stupid things in people's chat that get you permabanned? Like the dumbass you are.
Interviewing more parents. God bless you. I don't know what else to say other than my sympathies.
You know why this hits home for me? Because I know what it's like to watch a parent that is a single parent not be able to keep the lights on, not be able to keep water flowing, not being able to pay rent, not being able to afford Christmas and having to tell their children or their child that Santa's not real because they can't afford Christmas, not being able to go out and have a general, just basic living. That's why this matters to me. Whenever my mom suffers a heart attack, had to suffer a heart attack and 2 heart attacks and a stroke, and she couldn't walk anymore and she had to sue the federal government while these motherfuckers were bussed in and given free housing, and given food, given welfare, given Medicare, or not Medicare, but free health care, given a paycheck every day. That's why this matters to me. Why do they get that, but the average Americans don't? Why does a veteran end up homeless after they served their country and lost limbs for their country, or watch their friends die for their country? Why does that veteran's children have to worry about being able to afford to go to college? No.
To you at the loss of a child, there is nothing else to say. That, and God bless you.
And the politicians don't seem to understand what they've done to me now. Let's just see me as a father. I no longer worry about my longevity.
You can screech all you want in every comment in America. But whenever this affects a person and they see it and their eyes are open to it, you're never, ever going to pull that person back to your side. It's not going to happen. No matter how much you try to threaten them.
Hacked, apparently by Iranians. So let's take a look at what he was doing before he became the director of the FBI.
Ash Patel's email got hacked. And come to find out, he's an average American.
Smoking cigars in Cuba. Taking a picture next to an old car in Cuba. Smoking cigars again, maybe in Cuba. I'm not sure. Smoking cigars in a hotel room in Cuba. On the job. Okay, good job. That's him. This is from a while ago. He's a young guy then. Look at that. Taking a picture next to the Ernest Hemingway statue. Okay, got it. And this is him in Cuba. Okay, confirmed by Reuters. He accessed his Gmail just today, 2 hours ago. Cash has been buying fashion and likes to drive Toyota. 2 years ago, he rated the Lone Star Toyota of Louisville, Texas, 5 stars. These guys are all American rock stars. Supreme fashion sense. My choice for bespoke.
This is the biggest backfire I've ever seen.
For nearly a decade. There is none better. And so Cash has been using the username SpiderCash for not only his email addresses, but also for several other accounts. So this is for eBay, okay? Cash likes GIFs and uses Snapchat. Okay, he's got Spotify and Disney Plus. He uses eBay. Okay, I refuse to believe this is him. It must be someone else. This is him on X Videos. X Videos, I think, is that's like Twitter's video service, I'm pretty sure. So you have right here gender male, name Spider Cash,
You see, what's crazy is I feel like this should happen to everybody that becomes a politician. Your entire life should be made transparent. You know, you want to make sure that the person that is up there trying to change the lives of Americans is an American. Drinking alcohol, smoking cigs, you know, taking pictures with random shit, having an Instagram, rating a fucking car company. Like, bro's an American.
United States. Damn, bro. Damn. The State Department announced a $10 million bounty on the hackers behind Kash Patel's Gmail breach.
When they hack your email, they should immediately find nothing but this. That's it. Shouldn't be anything questionable. Should just be this. 100%.
Information on Iranian malicious cyber actors or associated groups or individuals, contact us with any information. So rewards of up to $10 million. I gotta be honest, guys. It's like a PR thing. His email gets hacked, and you find out that he loves drinking, he loves smoking cigars, he loves Ernest Hemingway, he loves Toyota, and getting personalized suits made of himself. And he also uses Snapchat, and he looks at porn. Redditors were also crashing out. It was this clean. Wait, they were mad that it wasn't worse. Are these the worst things I could find? I've got more embarrassing photos on my phone from this week. Is this supposed to be scandalous? He's director of the FBI. Getting hacked by an enemy nation with ease, it's pretty embarrassing. He doesn't run Gmail. I mean, like, what are we talking about? A lot of people have personal emails like this. The majority of hacks come from social engineering and inside sources. If Google gets compromised and you get through the Google security, that doesn't mean that the person is wrong. And also, if he was doing anything related to his job on his personal email, then you would have found it. Yeah, they really got his ass, trying to make him look like a cool and relatable guy. Are we sure we didn't just release those himself? So the Redditors are mad that it's not more condemning about him. To have somebody get their shit leaked and then this is all that you get off on them? Wait.
Adderall, yeah, I mean, like, I'm taking Vyvanse. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty average American to me. Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, you're kind of cooked if you don't, like... There's no way that there isn't a single person in chat that hasn't done a drug at least once in their life. And I hate to break it to you, smoking and drinking is a drug. Hate to break it to you. What do you get when you smoke a cigarette? You get a high. You get a rush. You get a sensation. What do you do when you drink alcohol? Oh, but he's doing Adderall. Come on. Come on.
Bro, Fortnite and Halo. Fucking based.
A real estate property manager calls the
Police stopping the Catholic Patriarch of Jerusalem from entering the Holy Sepulchre to celebrate Palm Sunday? Wait, what? Israeli police have prevented the Latin Patriarch of...
I don't give a fuck about this.
To Trey Inks in Israel with the latest on the Iran war. Trey.
Hold on, wait, before we do this one. Video. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Operation Epic Fury.
Pakistan says it will host talks between the United States and Iran as thousands of U.S. troops arrive in the Middle East.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yinks is live in Tel Aviv with the very latest. Trey, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. Operation Epic Fury has now entered week 5, and the United States is continuing to hammer the Iranian regime. President Trump taking to Truth Social overnight, saying, quote, "Big day in Iran. Many long sought after targets have been taken out and destroyed by our great military, the finest and most lethal in the world. God bless you all." The president's comments come after a series of U.S. and Israeli strikes over the weekend that targeted Iran's steel manufacturing sites and nuclear development facilities. Reports indicate the president is considering a limited ground operation inside of Iran.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I have no idea. You gotta, like, deal with YouTube. That's a YouTube question. I have no idea what to tell you. I do know that if you type that again, I'm probably gonna ban you. I get that it sucks, but I don't know what to tell you, man. That is a YouTube question.
Iran, following the arrival
what the fuck
of
do I look
USS
like? YouTube
Tripoli,
support?
manned with 3,500 troops, including 2,500 Marines, to the CENTCOM area of operation. The president was asked about the status of military plans yesterday, saying this.
We've had very good negotiations today with Iran, getting a lot of the things that they should have given us a long time ago. We'll see how it works out, but they're very good. Moving along very nicely.
Are you considering
Here's
still
the driven
putting boots
snow.
on the ground?
That's
Would
too
you do
good,
that
man.
without going to
That's too good.
I just have lots of alternatives. We have tremendous numbers of ships over there. We don't need them all because of, the power. We're ahead of schedule with Iran.
As the war
What do you want, third worlder? Spear what you eat, what the fuck you want? You sure are a chirper up in here. Or just rocking like a lunatic. I have ADD and ADHD. I have to take pills to function, fucktard. You really want to attack my fucking disability? Or do you want to attack my argument like a real man? I mean, that's a genuinely good question, unlike the dog shit you've been posting. But what's your complaint? Since all you can seem to do is attack people's character instead of their argument. So now that you've got your moment of fame that you've been looking for, what? Channel activity, let's see. That was a lie, no new wars, no new wars.
What's the message?
This is Trump running during his administration. We gotta teach a third worlder what knowledge is. Hold on. We gotta leer him up real quick.
To Iran.
Don't.
As President Biden said, just don't.
Exactly. One word. Pretty straightforward.
I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. It's true. I don't care. I don't care. They've got to be stopped.
That's what he said. Running for his administration. That's why he won. Now, is that all you got? Other than typing the same 5 fucking comments 30 times and attacking my character? Is that it? You can't cheerlead something that is free to the election bullshit. What the fuck are you even talking about? You're vague posting. Stop vague posting. Be straightforward with what you're saying. Don't sound like a dumbass. Because that's what you sound like. I don't give a fuck what he said. You know what's a sign of a good leader? A sign of a good leader is changing tactics in order to solve a problem. He's not a fortune teller, he's a fucking leader, Einstein. He's going to do what it takes to make sure this nation is safe. Whether that be bombing terrorists in Iran, or picking up Maduro, or cleaning up Cuba on the way back home. Is that it? You're just going to get stuck on that one thing he said? What about this? He said this long before he said that. What about this? No? You know, that it? That's all you got? You gonna sit here and call me names, talk about my disability in fucking chat, and that's all you got? What, you gonna run away? Oh, you gonna say something bad now, huh? Look at that. Held for review. That's crazy. You win and getting your ass handed to you, and all you can do is sit here and say stupid shit. That's not even me. You know why it's not me? You know it's not me because this is me. This is me. I don't have a moderator. This is YouTube. That means that you saying shit that YouTube's having to hold because you're getting your ass handed to you. That what? Well, you clearly do. You sit over there talking about him. Oh, you walking back and forth. Look, right here. Right here. I'm sorry that I have a disorder that makes it to where I move constantly. Cry about it. And while we're at it, cry about the fact that your third world's getting bombed and all your terrorists are dying, bitch. Hope the Ayatollah likes hell. I heard it's hot this time of year.
Grinds on. Iran is continuing its ballistic missile attacks against Israel, focusing attacks on southern Israel in recent days. A chemical plant outside of Beersheba was hit with a missile fragment yesterday, causing toxic black smoke to spew from the facility. The area around the plant was evacuated. With these strikes ongoing, a spokesperson for Iran's IRGC talked over the week.
I don't deserve jack shit. I don't deserve a...
Last year on a psychiatrist known for specializing in ketamine therapy. The National Legal and Policy Center filed a joint complaint with the FEC and the Office of Congressional Conduct, demanding that authorities determine whether the money paid to Dr. Brian Boyle was fraudulently documented as leadership training and consulting. Now, Dr. Boyle is a chief...
Shut up. That was weird. I don't deserve shit. I'll tell y'all right now, go watch Asmongold. God damn, my camera's gonna die again. Go watch them. Go watch Decoy. Go watch Clavicle. Get his takes on everything. Go watch Hassan. Go watch Destiny. I don't deserve shit. I don't deserve a damn thing. I'll be the voice in the dark. I don't give a fuck. I never asked to deserve anything. I'm just tired of seeing my country go to shit. You'll have to forgive me if I'm not willing to sit around and allow my country to be colonized and systematically shut out of everything I've ever known. My bad for being an American.
About the war and President Trump.
Trump threatens an issue one morning and retreats that same evening. He talks about negotiations for a while and decides to continue the war hours later.
As this is all taking place, we know that the Israelis are continuing their airstrikes against the Iranian regime, but you hear from IRGC officials, they don't realize that President Trump wants them to be confused about the military plans as this war continues. Guys?
So, Trey, the internet's been shut down for months now, and not allowing the Iranians to be able to communicate virtually.
What's the matter? Are you mad that I can sit my fat ass in this chair and speak the truth and make money off of it? Are you mad? Are you mad? Oh, woe is you. Sucks to be you. I don't have to lie and cheat and steal. All I have to do is sit here and watch videos and speak the truth. That's all I have to do. I don't have to bully people to watch me. I get to say I get to say, go watch these people. Learn from them. You don't have to be here. No one's making you be here.
At all, any change to that?
No, and Israeli officials are sounding the alarm about the internet blackout across Iran that has now reached more than 700 hours. They say it's affecting the world's ability to understand the extent and impact of U.S. and Israeli strikes, and it's also hurting Iranian civilians and their ability to organize internally. I spoke with a senior Israeli intelligence official today about this issue, who said in part, quote, "This is a blackout on truth. The regime is hiding reality from its own people. They don't want the Iranian people to see how badly they're getting hit." The official goes on to say, cutting the internet stops people from communicating, from sharing what's really happening, and from organizing. This is significant.
And there it is. Big surprise, the IRGC and the group of terrorists that have occupied Iran, that have been systematically genociding them for well over 47 years, is turning off the internet and putting out fake Iran propaganda on Twitter in order to keep their race of people that they've systematically killed and kept oppressed for the last 50 years and 47 years under their thumb by using the internet. Damn. That's crazy. Who would have thought that? That's insane, ain't it?
Because we understand that Starlink is being jammed inside of Iran, and so people who previously were able to work around this internet blackout are not able to do so. The Iranian regime has also arrested hundreds of people who are using Starlink terminals, but the official ended by saying something that I think...
That sucks so much dick, it's not even funny, dude. That sucks so bad. That sucks so fucking bad.
Very important. They said when this blackout is lifted, the full extent of the damage to the regime will become clear. Guys?
Yeah, that'll be great. Thanks so much, Trey.
Thanks, Trey.
We really only get information from our perspective. I mean, you look at all the Arab newspapers, even the Gulf states don't seem to have an accurate understanding about what's going on inside Iran.
Well, they have what they call their intranet within Iran, where they have the internet, but it's only controlled with what the Iranians want their people to see. And the question is, are the people getting an accurate view of what's going on?
I saw that Tosi TV stuff. I need to, this coming weekend or probably this week at some point, send an email to make sure it's okay for me to react to their channel. I don't want to get a copy strike right now. Things are going a little too good. I don't want to fuck that up. I typically don't unless I have direct permission from the people. If I was just streaming to Twitch, it'd be different. But I'm not. I'm streaming to a bunch of platforms, YouTube included, and YouTube is the one that I'm very concerned about, if that makes any sense.
Going on in the war today. Meanwhile, the president is debating if he's going to do ground troops or not. He wants all options on the table.
Yeah, he definitely says he wants all options on the table. I think polling shows the American people don't really want boots on the ground.
I love that they can't use that it's America's fault in this instance because oh, my camera died again. God damn it. Because the rebuttal to that is, well, if it's America's problem, or it's America's fault, well, then I guess we got to solve the problem, right? They tried that bullshit with Cuba, and it didn't work.
In order to negotiate, he's got to say, I can do anything I want.
That's right. You can't
to make this happen.
Keep blaming America, keep chanting death to American and Western culture, and it just might find its way to your doorsteps.
But my guess is, and knowing Pete Hegseth the way we all know Pete Hegseth, when he's been on this couch.
So, like, how big dick is it that you're sitting there chanting death to America because you think that nobody's going to fuck with you? You have an entire regime that's like, yeah, I want to die for my cause, and then people start dying, and then they roach out on each other. You find out real quick how serious they are about that, huh?
Many times talking about how we don't want forever wars, and I think at some point we just have to trust that this is going to be as limited as possible. And I think
they are absolutely desperate. They are getting their asses handed them on a silver platter. It is. They are desperate.
The challenge is going to be, because we're working with a partner, making sure that partner understands that we're in charge.
It's so great to have a partner that is lethal as opposed to one
I don't
that's...
give a fuck about Israel. I don't give a fuck about Israel. W Israel for help in America. But I genuinely think that America could have done this just fine by itself. I don't give a fuck about Israel. I don't care about that. There was a terroristic regime that was killing people, and they're writing the President of the United States' name, pleading and begging for help and we start bombing their elected officials and you see people cheering out in the middle of the streets, as far as I'm concerned, the United States of America is where it needs to be.
Limited like a European partner. The UK has no ships. France has no army.
Embarrassing.
You have a lethal.
That used to be America's motto. No matter where communism or terrorism reigns, America will always be supreme. What happened to us? What happened to America? They used to call us the bullies. Well, it's time for them to realize why they started calling us the bullies.
And a motivated military with the IDF. There's two things that have to happen. The strait's got to open, and we got to get the uranium. President knows both those things. So General McKenzie was right on the money yesterday, saying you don't have to take Carg Island. You block Carg Island. So you stop 90% of their revenue from coming through. That'll get their attention. And can we get in with heavy equipment and get the 460 pounds of uranium out? That's something the president's looking at. I think we should keep our eye on that.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube.
Ooh, I feel the tensions tightening, boys. Ooh.
Operation Epic.
Ooh, here we go.
Epic Fury. Moments ago, President Trump giving an update on negotiations with Iran, threatening destruction if a deal is not made.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is live in Tel Aviv with the very latest. Trey, good morning.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. Operation Epic Fury has now entered.
It died. The camera died. I got so much shit I gotta do after. Now I've got to worry about getting onto Amazon and getting another stack of batteries for this damn thing. It has a chargeable battery, but because I streamed both days over the weekend, I guess that kind of fucked it up somehow. I don't know. I'm gonna get a little charging stand and a couple of new batteries, so that way if this happens again, I can just swap the batteries. Sorry about that, guys. There's nothing I could do about it. Whenever I got this camera, it was already fucking hella expensive because it's a Sony. But whenever I got it's a good camera, though. I love this camera. It only came with one battery. And the only way it can charge is by being plugged in and turned off. And with it on, even being connected to the computer, it still runs the battery dead. That's the one thing I don't like about this camera.
Week 5.
But it is a camera. It's not a oh my God. It's not like a desktop cam, it's a camera, so.
States continues to hammer the Iranian regime. Moments ago, President Trump took to Truth Social to give an update about the situation. He said, quote, the United States of America is in serious discussions with a new
webcam. Thank you, a webcam. It's not a webcam, it's a camera. Thank you very much. Thank you. By the way, if you're new here, sub to the channel. We're here every day. Every day, even Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 11:30. Every day, same time. All the streams are always up, so you'll never miss anything. I usually cut out like 4 shorts and upload that all everywhere. I take videos out of the streams and I upload those. So like we're always here. I'm always here, always doing it. It's just me. I have no editor. It's just me. So.
More reasonable regime to end our military operations in Iran. Great progress has been made.
Like on the stream as well. That helps out, does wonders.
If for any reason a deal is not shortly reached, which it probably will be, and if the Hormuz Strait is not immediately open for business, we will conclude our lovely stay in Iran by blowing up and completely obliterating all of their electric generating plants, oil wells, and Carg Island, and possibly
I don't think you can buy a Sony camera on Temu. I don't think that's possible.
All desalination plants, which we have purposely not yet touched. Now, the president's comments come after a series of U.S. and Israeli strikes over the weekend that targeted Iran's steel manufacturing sites and nuclear development facilities. Reports indicate the president is considering a limited ground operation inside of Iran, following the arrival of the USS Tripoli, manned with 3,500 troops, including 2,500 Marines, to the CENTCOM area.
I don't even have a Temu account, so I have no idea.
The president was asked about the status of military plans yesterday, saying this.
We've had very good negotiations today with Iran, getting a lot of the things that
But you have to keep in mind this camera is almost 2 years old now. I've had this camera for a little bit. Like, it's getting older.
should have given us a long time ago. We'll see how it works out, but they're very good. Moving along very nicely.
Are you considering still putting boots on the ground, and would you do that without going to Congress?
I just have lots of alternatives. We have tremendous...
If it takes boots on the ground to annihilate the IRGC and take over this country the way it should be done with it, unconditional surrender, then that's what it takes. Period. If that's what has to be done, then get it fucking done. Stop wasting our time. Get it fucking done.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
need
care.
them all
Just get it
because
done.
You know, the power, we're ahead of schedule.
But boots on the... Oh, no, no boots. I don't give a fuck, dude. Get the job done. You started the motherfucker. Finish it. Finish the job.
With Iran.
As the war grinds on, Iran is continuing its ballistic missile attacks against Israel, focusing attacks on southern Israel in recent days. A chemical plant outside the city of Beersheba was hit with a missile fragment yesterday, causing toxic black smoke to spew from the facility. The area around the plant was evacuated. With these strikes ongoing, a spokesperson for Iran's IRGC talked over the weekend about the war and President Trump.
Trump threatens an issue one morning and retreats that same evening. He talks about negotiations for a while and decides to continue the war hours later.
Yeah, it sucks, don't it? What's it like having that tactic used against you? It sucks, don't it? It sucks dick. Man, now you get to understand what it's like to have somebody tell the United States they're not going to make a nuke, and then 4 years later end up trying to make a nuke again and having America having his hemorrhage money on it. That sucks, don't it? Man, I believe this is what they call getting a taste of your own fucking medicine. Savor it, bitch, because there's more to come.
We also have new video this morning from the northern Israeli city of Haifa, where part of an Iranian missile slammed into an oil refinery. You can see the fire there as the Iranians are going after more energy targets across the region. And when the IRGC is threatening President Trump, they don't realize the president wants them to be confused about the military operations. There is a large U.S. force buildup across the region and many options on the table for President Trump as this war.
This is arrogant, blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to ban you. Bye.
Moves forward. Guys?
So, Trey, how important is it to get that internet up? Somehow be able to get the Iranian people to be able to communicate with each other. Do you think we're making any progress in that area?
Yeah, Brian, at this point, no. And it's a major concern for Israeli officials. They are sounding the alarm about the internet blackout across Iran that has now reached more than 700 hours. Iranian civilians not able to organize and speak with each other inside of the country. And also the extent of the damage from these U.S. and Israeli strikes isn't completely known due to the internet blackout. Earlier today, I spoke with a senior Israeli intelligence official who said...
Camera dead. Camera go bye-bye. I think it might be okay to turn, because like we don't have much of the stream left. It should be okay. I'll finish this video out first and then go to the next video and then it should be good.
Quote, this is a blackout on truth. The regime is hiding reality from its own people. They don't want the Iranian people to see how badly they're getting hit. This official went on to say...
No, that's the reason why they're posting on Twitter them blowing up the USS Abraham Lincoln and them floating around on a flying fucking carpet shooting at, like an M4 at a fucking plane with the genie blowing up airplanes in the background. Like, come on, bruh. It's obvious it's fucking propaganda they're trying to feed to their own people to keep them in line to think that America's losing the war. That's absolutely what's going on.
The internet,
why else the hell would they turn out the internet? Like, come on.
People from communicating, from sharing what's really happening.
They know that if their people start rising up against them, they're cooked. So they're even threatening them. They're trying to do everything they can to keep these people from rising up against them. They will do anything they can to maintain their order over these poor people.
Organizing. There are major questions about how the Iranian regime is also cracking down on internet access, and we are told that they are jamming the Starlink terminals inside of the country that Iranians previously used to communicate with the outside world.
You know, Trey, you talked about the need for the internet in order to have some sort of organic organization for what's going to happen if and when the regime is toppled. But over the weekend, we saw that Israel bombed 2 universities in Tehran, and concerns me on two.
I love that they said that our ships are going to be at the bottom of the ocean, but somehow magically Trump made a lot of coral reefs this past year. Like, I've never seen a more ecological friendly president than Donald Trump, making all that fish food and coral reefs for the world. Donald Trump, he's blowing up terrorists, and he's also feeding the fish and making new homes for fish. Yo, best president ever. Best president ever.
Levels, and I'd like to get your thoughts on it. One, if they bomb those, now they've said, okay, you bomb these universities, now American and Israeli universities are now possible targets. So that's a concern. But also, if you bomb universities, you might anger the very people that you want to have organized.
I had somebody up in my comments a couple weeks ago saying it's for the oil, and I'm like, say less. What? We get to bomb the shit out of a terrorist organization that systematically kills and genocides an entire group of people? They advocate for underage marriage. They make the drafting age for at 12. They go through and kill Americans and advocate for the death of Western culture. They are women in prison because they know that if they because they think that if you do the deed before you die, you don't go to heaven, you go to hell. So they're R-ing women in jail and making them have prison babies. They're popping people in the back of the fucking head across the street from their house after staying out 1 minute past curfew. Say less. Let's take their oil. Let's go for it, man. Let's do it. That sounds good to me. That sounds like, you know what that sounds like? A down payment. It sounds like a goddamn down payment. We liberate you from these schizos and we get 50% of your oil. Sounds like a damn good payment to me. Say less. Keep stacking on reasons to go there, why don't you?
People who want to overthrow this government. Is that something that's being discussed in addition to the problem with the internet?
It's an incredibly delicate situation on the ground inside of Iran, and the president, in his post to Truth Social just last hour, made very clear there are a variety of targets that the United States has decided not to hit, giving these negotiations a chance to succeed. But
I hate to break it to you, third worlder, but nobody, I don't know what your communist books say that you've been reading, but I don't think that there's been a commander on the front lines with the horse battalion in generations, like well over a couple hundred years. So maybe you should stop reading your commie books and go out and get a real book, like an actual history book, maybe. And then you'll find out that no American has been, like, no actual leader has been on the front lines with their soldiers in generations. The least you guys can do if you've got a third world brain is don't show it. Please.
the president's also been very clear if the Iranians are not willing to make a good faith agreement and come to the table with serious concessions.
Why doesn't your Ayatollah step out? Since you guys want to talk about the front line, where's y'all's Ayatollah at? Y'all's supreme leader. Why isn't he showing face? Why do we see cardboard cutouts of his bitch ass on the stage? Perhaps he's too much of a coward to step out. See, our government gets to bomb the shit out of terrorists and sit in the White House and do press conferences to the world. I wonder who's really losing this war. At least we don't have to sit here with a cardboard cutout in the White House.
About their ballistic missile program, their nuclear program, and support of regional proxies that threaten U.S. forces, that these other targets are going to be struck. And so the president maintains a variety of options when it comes to the targets inside of Iran. And again, the reality is that the Iranian regime is getting hit so hard.
I can almost guarantee you that dude's cooked. There's no way in hell that dude is still alive. I'm sorry.
That they're afraid for the world to see the aftermath of these U.S. and Israeli strikes. And that's part of the reason we are told by officials here in Israel that they are cracking down on internet access. And that's why Israeli officials believe it's so important to get the internet up in Iran so that the world can see the aftermath of these U.S. and Israeli strikes.
Real quick, Trey, how are the people seeing the propaganda videos with inside of? Is that through the internet? Like, what system are they using for the people in Iran to see those videos?
So there is still state media.
He's alive as an AI image, right?
That is operating inside of Iran, but it certainly can't be trusted. And that, again, is why
you notice how quickly that bullshit died where they were trying to say that they had killed Benjamin Netanyahu? That stuff fell off so quick once the negotiations started. It's funny,
important
dude.
to
It's
have
hilarious.
This internet access so that people can consume objective information about what's happening. Remember, there's quiet support for what President Trump ordered with Operation Epic Fury. Earlier this year, more than 30,000 Iranian civilians were slaughtered by their own regime. They took to their streets of their country protesting peacefully against the government, and they were met with live ammunition. And so that is certainly a concern for these people in Iran who previously were demonstrating in the streets of their country.
Bro, you realize that these people are still in the, like, for the most part, they're still in the Stone Age? It's the same thing that happened to Venezuela with Maduro, is that they thought that America wasn't as advanced as we were. And we went up in there, microwaved their soldiers, killed like a few dozen of them, got Maduro and his wife, and went up out of there without losing a single American life. Like, this is like the Avatar movie, bro. They're using bows and arrows against fucking spaceships. Like,
But
what are you
their
doing?
access to information is very limited. And so we know the Israelis have used their intelligence apparatus to try to get information to the Iranian people. But the bottom line here is they don't even understand the extent of what is happening in their own country. And certainly the world isn't able to get a firm grasp on the aftermath of these U.S. and Israeli strikes. But moving forward, we're looking at a variety of things here. One has to do with the internet access in Iran. The second has to do with the pressure that the United States is continuously applying to the Iranian regime with these daily and often hourly strikes. And third, this question about if the Iranians are willing to negotiate in good faith. The president has indicated there are individuals within the regime who are willing to talk at this point, given the fact that the United States and Israel have taken out dozens of senior Iranian officials. But the question is if they are willing to make a good faith agreement. And once again, the president being very clear, he is giving the Iranians an olive branch. He's giving them an off-ramp in this conflict.
I don't really care what you have to say. Bye. Joined 16 hours ago. Man, tell me you're trying to propaganda push without telling me you're a propaganda pusher. What's the matter? Your other account got suspended, so you had to use that one?
Conflict. And he was very clear in that post on True Social, if they do not take this diplomatic option, they will face serious consequences.
I hope they understand that. Thanks so much, Trey. Appreciate it.
We know when the negotiation is going well because they live. When they don't live, then we know the negotiation isn't going so well. So we'll be following to see.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earl.
Yeah, damn straight we will be following them. Hold on, let me see something. We should. The camera should be working now. Should be good now. It should be able to carry us over to the end of the stream at the very least, huh? Let's see. Oh shit, something just happened. Hold on, let me... Camera should be good now. Damn, I wish Temu had a camera like this. I probably would have been like, way cheaper for me, hell. Would have been wonderful. I wish Temu had a camera. Hell. Okay. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to click that. Okay, we're going to check out Fox one more time before we roll on forward to the last video. Yep, that's it. All right, we got this bad boy right here, this Midwest safety video, and then we rolling out for the day, boys. If you're new here, sub to the channel, hit the like on the stream, does wonders, helps out. Hit that membership up. You don't have to, but it sure does help. Let's get this bad boy going. Let's get it. W viewers, by the way, thank all of y'all for being here. Y'all are awesome.
In Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, never-before-seen body cam footage shows how domestic violence escalates to a massive house fire. Officers were called to the scene after a male suspected of domestic violence barricaded himself inside his residence with a gasoline can.
W Midwest Safety, hell yeah, Midwest Safety. Go check out Midwest Safety.
And a lighter. What follows is something even officers weren't ready for.
Don't go home for right now. Just don't go to the house right now.
We're trying to get a hold of the other unit tenant.
We're gonna try to figure this out here, okay? I just don't want you to go in the house. We're gonna
Give us a second. We'll try to figure out what's going on, and then.
When you came home, what was the argument about? You wanted him gone, and he didn't want to leave, correct?
He did not dial it down when I came over.
What was he saying?
He's just pissed. He's not going back to jail.
Ultimately, she came home and he
That is always a bad sign. Whenever I hear somebody say they're not going back to jail, I immediately think this person is going to end up getting either themselves killed or somebody else around them during this nonsense.
the room that they stay in together, and then there's some argument from what I heard.
The other lady just pulled
Hello.
up, who lives over here.
How all they can say is, I'm not going back to jail, instead of just not committing the crime. You know what's easier than not going back to jail? Not doing the crime.
Nobody else other than him in the house right now.
It's supposed to be on the first level. I don't know which room or not. We don't have any containment on the back side, so
I'll throw my on. I can cover the back.
Yeah.
So where's your bedroom from this entrance?
We'll try and make her city grab.
This is in Wisconsin.
Gas can. And then had a, he said, if you call the cops, you better call an ambulance too.
Bedroom is directly in and to the left, and that's where she should be.
Show me. You want to come out here and talk to us?
What's his name?
Mikhail. Mikhail.
57, he did try to come to the front door on the west side and he ducked back in.
Any animals in there?
Yeah, a couple dogs. Not very friendly dogs.
He's gonna call him, and then we'll deal with him. Nothing.
2 calls straight to voicemail.
Anytime confirm flames, smoke coming out of the front door. Hey, can you get them out?
Neighbor's house?
Move it.
Oh!
Sound like police! Get out of the house right now. Come to me now. Move. Is there anyone else in the house? Let's go. Go. Keep going. Over here. Go. You guys stay over here by the squads.
A dog.
Yo, W, police officer. There he goes. Holy shit.
Hold fire up.
Oh, shit, this is bad.
Get down on the ground. Nope. Get him over here. Come here. Get together. Come here. Get together.
Would you like for traffic control?
Come to the sound of the voice. Come to the sound of the voice, buddy.
Provo, to your left.
Hands up. Put your hands up. Hands up, buddy. Hands up. Hands up. More defense. Hands up. Captain, by us. Is there a way to get over to him or not? No, we got the fence.
Hey, you guys gotta get out of there. Hey,
You gotta get on your radio, guy. Get on the damn radio. What the fuck are you doing? How's nobody radioed this in?
You gotta get out, buddy. Out.
get out. Move.
They don't understand what's going on.
He's got a big cut on his neck.
Yeah.
You gotta come over here so we can help you, buddy. Come over here so we can help you. You gotta come over here. Hey, if you have a hit it, 40. Light him up. Nope. Hold that. Stay together, guys. Stay together.
Yeah, this situation just went from like a 5 to a 10 because he went back in the house. Well, the issue is they don't know if he just went back in there to grab something.
Dogs.
Man, we need you back.
Come back here. Come here. Here, Rob.
Nobody care about the damn dogs. There's a man in there that's trying to kill people. Why don't we worry about that? I mean, Kudrow's gonna be fine. If he wanted to hurt the dogs, he'd have done that. Yeah, get control of your damn animals, lady.
Grab your dog. Here. I'm with you.
You're unhooked.
Give that to them.
Ooh, that shit is up in the Raptors now. Ooh, that is a bad sign. Where the hell did he start that fire in that house, man?
Let's get some cover, guys. We gotta get cover. You gotta get some cover.
Oh, shit, there's plenty of cover over there, hell.
Well, here, you two stay together.
If this guy wasn't stupid, I would say that this is pretty smart. Honestly, the fact that he's using that, he's trying to burn the house down and he could be using the smoke as like a cover to escape.
You got no rifle. Around the house? Around the house, you went on the east side of the house, east side of the house.
I think he did. I'm fairly certain he set the house on fire.
Be advised, he's got a large cut to his neck. Large cut to his neck.
Hey, need one. Come here. He's gonna be right on the other side of this house right here.
Dispatch, medical, ambulance.
Slow down.
Let's move up to medical. Show me your hands, buddy. Show me your hands. We gotta help you. Hold on, guys. We gotta help you, bud. Kyle, we gotta help you, bud.
Get down on the ground for us.
Get on the ground so we can help you. We gotta help you, buddy.
We want to help you, but you gotta get down on the ground and cooperate with us, okay?
He's right here on the steps right here.
Come here so we can help you.
Dude, you gotta come to us. Come on.
You gotta come to us, man.
Come to us.
We're boxed in here.
121, did you want the ambulance to approach your stage on the north side at first and then...
Fire get water on the east side so we can knock the smoke down. Come on, Kyle. We're trying to help you, buddy.
They're not gonna do that, man.
You guys have gloves on?
You want to glove up while I take that from
It's
you?
crazy to me that if this was in Texas, the fire department would have been rolling away. The scene's not safe. You got a guy that you don't even know if he's got like a gun or anything. And you hear somebody say, like, especially with them knowing that he went back into the house, what do you think the fire department's going to end up doing? Not realizing that the person that's in that house is somebody that is not willing to go back to jail. They're going to go into that house. Like, what are y'all doing? Illinois, y'all got to get y'all shit together, bro.
You want to glove up while I take that from you?
I mean, if he's too stupid to leave that house and he burns up in that fire, that's his own fucking problem.
Give me some. Let me jump up there. Where are the gloves? My back pocket. My back
Come on, Kyle. Can we help you, buddy?
No, pouch.
Come here, Kyle, so we can help you.
Woo, that fire is getting it on that side he came out of, though. It looks like he started it in the bottom.
I just don't know if he has a weapon or anything on him.
Come on, buddy.
You guys feel comfortable going up and taking them?
They said he might have knives on him, too.
I just feel like concerned. He's obviously cut up and got knives on him. Okay. But I also don't want to sit here and wait till he passes out. Unless we approach and hit him with the taser before we try and take him into custody.
We need to.
What else are we gonna do it, boys? We gotta do something.
Let's go up with a taser.
What the fuck is that?
Let's go up with a taser.
This has to be a volunteer fire department. Has to be.
We need to.
What else are we gonna do it, boys? We gotta do something.
What is that motion?
Go up with a taser.
If he doesn't cooperate, we'll tase him. We'll take him into custody and we'll drag his ass out of there.
I'll keep
What
on
the
lethal.
fuck is that, bro?
Alright, let's go.
And let's go. County squad, 1 block east of our location on 2nd Street. Come here, buddy, so we can help you. Hold on. Hold on.
Don't move.
Come here. Don't move.
Don't do anything. Get on your stomach. Get on your
Lay down so
stomach.
we can help you, buddy. Lay down so we can help you.
Come on, get down on your ground. Down on the ground.
On the ground, bud.
Do it. Come on.
On the ground.
Come on the ground. Come on the ground.
On the ground.
On the ground. On the ground. Hands behind your back. Behind your back. Behind your back. Behind your back.
buddy.
Hand behind your back.
Behind your back.
That was up and down. That was not side to side. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. What the fuck are they doing all the way back? What are they doing? Man, I don't know what the fuck that shit is, man. I can't even tell you how mad this makes me. I don't know what the fuck they're doing right there. What is that? Why the hell are they all the way back there, man? Get your ass up there. They're not even wearing their SCBAs. What are y'all doing? What the fuck?
All right, let's get him out of here.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Call it. Yeah, we're good. Where we going?
Right here.
Go.
Right here. Or not. Fireman's there. This way. Gotta go this way. Go this way. Go that way. Around.
Yeah, it's the police cam. It's Midwest Safety. Midwest Safety blocked everything out because there's only certain things they can show. I think YouTube might be tightening down on their policies and stuff. I don't know what's going on. I've been noticing a lot of content like kind of changing a little bit. I don't know what's going on. Something is obviously going on, but I don't know what. I'm like out of the loop.
The ambulance right on the west side. Large truck to the either not.
I don't know how the hell he caused the fire. He just caused the fire. He said it. I'm sure the arson investigator came and was like, yeah, it's arson. Just so y'all are aware, most fires, people don't burn to death in them. What happens is whenever, let's say you're sleeping in bed and a fire is out and about, all that heat and smoke are at the top of all that stuff rises to the top of the room and slowly comes down. And when you stand up in the middle of the night and you put your face up in that smoke, those superheated gases sear your lungs shut. Every person that's usually ever died in a fire in like super rare instances actually burn to death. A lot of them die from that. They stand up in those superheated gases, they burn their face, they sear their lungs, and they die. That's usually what happens to them.
He's gonna pass out. Hurry up. He's gonna pass out.
Check weapons. You got any weapons on you, buddy?
Well, I don't know how it is in Illinois or wherever the fuck they're at, but here in Texas, whenever I was part of the fire department, actually, I could tell a story about this. Hot damn, it's a miracle. So whenever I was at the department, it was my first fucking fire. It was my first fire. And I was nervous, but I had been to the academy and I had, been dealing with it for months already. So like for me, I thought I would feel a little bit different, but it was about the same. So we sitting down and the chief is there, right? We at the sister location to the one that we were at, and we were going back, right? And the chief was behind us because we were doing something at the other department. I don't remember. It's been so long. This was like over 3 years ago now. Now that I think about it, it's been a minute. And then we got a fire, and I could see it too. I saw the fire. Because we were riding in the neighborhood where it was at. We didn't even realize before the call dropped where it was. And we look over and we see that bitch. It is getting it. It's like a little back shed or something another. It looked like a hoarder house from the outside. It looked like an old rink-a-dink piece of shit house. And it had a shed attached to the back of it. And that shed, let me tell you what, the fire on that shed was so high, it was burning the power lines. It took the power out to the block. Man, my first call ever, I immediately knew what to do with that hose. Cause I was the nozzleman, and I told my second, I was like, I'm gonna call him L. I'm not gonna say his actual name. I was like, L, get that shit. And we flaked that hose out. I grabbed that nozzle. That bitch is already charged, and it's right at the road. I go straight in, boy. I tell you, I knew the power lines were going because as I was going, I heard vroom, vroom, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Goddamn fire. I was getting the power lines. I look over at my captain and he's like, be careful. And I'm like, no shit. I'm sitting there hitting that fire. I'm like pushing the fucking boards for it. I'm up in that bitch. Like I'm in the fire. Your bunker gear is rated to over 4,000 degrees. Get in that motherfucker. Whenever I caught my first car fire, we had at the academy that I went to, The instructors are up in your face. Get out there, get it, open that goddamn thing. You get that motherfucker. You open that up, boy. You stick that nozzle in there. The whole time you're trying to do it, right? The whole time you're trying to do it. Because what you got to do, because it's usually a battery fire that causes it. So what you do is you have somebody with your crowbar, and then if you're the nozzleman, you got to spray that boy down. You spray him down. You get up in his face with that nozzle, and you spray his hands while he's opening that car, the hood of the car. And he's sitting there with that crowbar, and he pops that up. You immediately shove that nozzle up in that battery, bro. You shove it up in that fucking engine block. You make sure that whatever the fuck is in there isn't immediately gonna flash and hit him. Like, there is a procedure for everything. Sitting all the way back there and doing that ain't gonna do shit. Bro, you gotta get up in that fire. Unless you in a fucking storage container that's made out of solid metal, get in that motherfucker. Put that fire out before it gets bad. It's crazy to me how, like, some people that, like, that's why I'm like, this had to have been a volunteer fire. Like, the amount of aggressive firefighting that I did and that we did in the academy was insane. Like, we could have the entire hose flaked out, breaching the inside of a house in under a minute. That's how aggressive we were. We were so fucking aggressive with these fires. It just blows my, like, usually, typically, you would only set up a perimeter like that far back away from the house if you're trying to keep the surrounding buildings from catching fire. Whenever you're sitting this far back and you've been instructed to mitigate the fire or the direction of the flow to keep it off the guys on this side of the building, you're never going to sit here and aim directly at the house. You're going to turn that fucking nozzle into a cone, and you're going to use the friction and the air from the cone, and you're going to sit here and blow that smoke using the cone on the nozzle to blow it that way. You're not going to do this. And you're damn sure not going to use that kind of stream. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but that ain't it. And they damn sure wouldn't be going in that bitch either, especially, and to be quite frank, the fire department wouldn't be there anyway, because in the state of Texas, it's against our procedures if the scene's not safe. If they don't have the guy apprehended, we're not allowed to go in, period. No exception. The guy has to be apprehended in order for us to go in. There's so much wrong with this, it's not even funny.
Check weapons. You got any weapons on you, buddy?
Bro, man, that's so fun. If you've never experienced throwing on bunker gear and showing up like a fucking, like a stormtrooper in a fucking battle zone, dude, that's what it feels like. It feels like whenever you play like ODST for the first time, or like game where you can, Helldivers, how you drop in. That's what it feels like, man. You put that armor, you put that set of bunker gear on, it feels like a full set of fucking plate armor, dude. You feel like a badass, you look like a badass, but you feel like shit. You feel like dog shit in that dude. There is nothing worse than wearing 3 layers of bunker gear in Texas heat carrying a 300-pound ladder. It fucking sucks so much dick. I don't think I would ever want to do that again. But man, did it feel, it was so fun. It was so fun. Bro, like, I remember because we had captains at the academy too. One of the captains at the academy, we would sweat so much throughout the day. He'd turn his boots over and it would just be like water in his boots from all the sweat. He'd pour it out. It was crazy.
Get back. Guys, step back, please. Huh? I don't know. Right now, our main concern is the people, to make sure the neighboring houses are out and the people are out. That's our main concern right now, okay? And now that we got them in custody and everything's safe, they can work on getting the fire out, okay? Shoot them? Huh?
Did I say arc raiders?
No, no. Good? Yeah, good.
Yay, they got their, okay, so they got their bulletproof vests. They have the bulletproof vests and the helmets, but they don't.
Somebody in the ambulance, do you have enough room for Yes.
Vance.
Can you get the cuff?
Yep, I'm working on that.
They're gonna see the domestic. Hold on, hold on. Appears to have a laceration to the neck as well. He's not conscious.
Adequate respiration.
I can't even tell y'all how many times I was up in an ambulance doing this shit as a fireman. Man.
Adequately breathing. How big of a laceration on it? Big.
Sorry.
He's got some charring to the nose, but no other obvious burns. We were less than a minute away, so we decided to just come right here. Yeah. He is breathing adequately, but he's been not conscious for the whole time.
Oh, the smoke knocked his ass out. He got lucky. He got lucky. He's still breathing.
Mikhail something, I don't know. I'm full of blood here. Hold on a second.
I can smell it. Were you in the house?
We're right next to it. Yeah.
You doing all right?
Mikhail. So they got into an argument today. He grabbed a gas can and a lighter. So what are you going to do with that? And ran back in the house. We had a kind of standoff with him for about 10-15 minutes. Then all of a sudden the house started on fire. He came out like that. Then kind of played chicken with us at the fence. Then went to the back of the house. We ended up grabbing him in the back of the house.
Just so y'all are aware, one of the biggest killers of retired firefighters is cancer. The carcinogens that come off of burnt products like wood that's been treated, lumber, couches, sofas, boxes, just general items. You absorb that into your skin. If you inhale that, it can give you lung cancer, it can give you skin cancer, it can give you any kind of, like the carcinogens that are given to firefighters from off-gassing. A lot of it can pass right through the armor. Now, they do have a lot of them that get lucky, but 9 times out of 10, what ends up killing a retired firefighter is cancer. That's just an unfortunate fact of it. And a lot of them have gone through new procedures of the minute you get done with the fire, go back to the station, take a shower, change your clothes. Anytime you finish shift, make sure your bunker gear's washed. They have their own washer specifically for the bunker gear and specifically for the a specific dryer that they hang it up and it dries in the box. But at the end of the day, it's still gonna happen. And back then, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, a couple backs before me, they would put their bunker gear in their cars and they wouldn't take showers, and the carcinogens would go from rubbing onto the firefighters onto their family. It would be all up in their cars, it would be all over their family, and then, everyone would eventually die from it. But, the standard operating procedures and a lot of stuff has changed since then. So that's why, she asked what, because everyone that was anywhere near that house that dealt with the smoke of that house should take a shower. They should. It's called decon. They should decon themselves. They should take a shower, use soap and water, cleanse thoroughly, wash your hair, the whole 9 yards. The whole 9 yards. Even if you've been, I'm saying this because if you've been around a fire and you've been, exposed to any kind of fire that is a home fire or anything like that, take a shower. It could save your life. It could save your life. It could quite literally save your life.
The suspect, Mikhail, survived after being treated for his significant injuries at the hospital. In addition, reports indicate a community service officer who was helping to block off the street was also sent to the hospital for smoke inhalation and was later released in stable condition. The fire was extinguished by the fire department, and while the residence was not deemed a total loss, it suffered significant
Well, I'm not talking about active firefighters. I'm talking about retired firefighters. A lot of retired firefighters die from cancer that they got from carcinogens. The statistic is so high that it's not even a questionable thing. It was like I said, I think it's 7 in 10 retired firefighters die of cancer. It's just the way it is. And That's how it is, man.
Damage. The house was a duplex, and the upper unit tenants suffered.
Like, they say that the moment you start going to the academy, they're like, you're probably going to die of cancer. They straight up say that. The instructors that I had at my academy were all acting fire captains or fire chiefs, and they straight up tell you, they're like, yeah, no, you're going to probably die of cancer. You're either going to panic and die in a fire, or you're going to die of cancer. They made it very clear. They're like, our job isn't to sit here and baby you. You're going to die most likely to either cancer or doing something really fucking stupid in a fire. Our job is to prevent the first one. It's y'all's job to prevent the second one. We can prevent you from doing something stupid in a fire, but we can't make y'all take showers after fires. Y'all know the dangers. Take a shower.
Losses due to the fire, including many valuables and one of her cats due to smoke inhalation. The dogs owned by Mikhail and the female he lived there with both made it out safely. Mikhail was later charged with felony arson of a building without the owner's consent, 3 counts of felony bail jumping, 2 counts of battery with a domestic abuse modifier, disorderly conduct with a domestic abuse modifier, felony criminal damage to property over $2,500, felony mistreatment of animals, and resisting obstructing. He took a plea deal, pleading no contest to arson and 1 count of bail jumping while all other charges were dismissed. He was sentenced to 8.5 years in prison and 11.5 years of extended supervision. He was also ordered to pay $8,284.
That ain't enough. If he's already been to prison and he over there setting fires and getting his dumb ass knocked out by the smoke, give him life in prison. Be done with it.
In restitution.
At this layer, fire crews can't fully move until that threat is controlled. So officers are balancing 2 things at once: a human being in crisis and a structure turning into a hazard zone. Now, in the United States, a fire is reported somewhere.
No. I was a kid in 9/11, dude. I remember them wheeling out the wheelie TV whenever that happened in the middle of class. Nah. Y'all want the honest reason? I wanted to be a firefighter because I heard that they had 48 hours on, and sometimes they had 96 hours off, which is like 4 days off, 2 days on. And I was like immediately like, ooh, I kind of like the sound of that schedule. That'd give me more time to do YouTube. And then y'all think I'm crazy, y'all think I'm lying, but I'm not. I kid you not. It had nothing to do with that aspect of it. It had genuinely no remorse or fear of death, none of that. I was like, I need to make YouTube work because I know that I'll be able to afford a life if I make YouTube work. And I went to the fire station that was near me, and this is why I say, just go up and press the button on the fire station. And I was like, can you get a few y'all out here? I want to ask some questions about being a firefighter. And like 5 of them showed up, and I asked one of them, I was like, what do you like your job? How's your job? And he looked at me with the most straight face I've ever seen anyone at another job say. And I could tell that it wasn't bullshit. He said, it's the best job I've ever had in my entire life. And everyone around him just kept nodding their heads. And I was like, really, y'all don't have anything negative to say about it? And he's like, not a damn thing. Not a single thing. And they're absolutely right. What sucked about my department that I got is that it was supposed to be 24 on, 48 off. 1 day on, 2 days off. Which would have been a fucking awesome schedule, by the way. But they force hours. 48 hours on, 1 day off. You don't see a problem with that? Because I did. And they couldn't keep people because of the schedule. Everyone was quitting because the schedule was so chaotic. And about at 120 hours is when their overtime hits. Let that sink in. That department's overtime didn't hit until 120 hours. Let that sink in.
Every 23 seconds, and a home fire happens about every minute and a half.
But other than that, I absolutely loved being a fireman. I thought I was going to just get up in there and be like, oh, we know what. I enjoyed the second I started the fire academy to the last day I had on my job after I put my 2 weeks in. I enjoyed every damn second of it. The people are amazing. The instructors are absolutely beast mode. The entire job, the entire, like, it was by far, the best experience of my life. And if I could do it all over again, I would in a heartbeat.
While you're watching this, another one is already starting. This was more than just resistance. This was escalation that spread beyond control. Because the truth is, when someone decides to burn everything down, it's never just their life that turns to ashes. It's the people around them that had nothing to do with it.
Yo, W Midwest Safety.
Step back.
Whoops. We are rolling up out of here for the day.
See, in moments.
We are rolling up out of here for the day, boys. We will be back on bright and early tomorrow. If you're new here, hit the sub channel, hit like on the video. Thank y'all for being y'all. Hold on, wait, let me get my music. I got a lot of shit I got to do today, unfortunately. Ugh. What really sucks is that I had to wait until the day to do it because everything's fucking closed on the weekend. Bastards. Bastards, man. Okay, hold on. Where is... There it is. God damn. I couldn't find it. W viewers, W don't knows, which I didn't get any today. Kind of surprising. But either way, it doesn't matter. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being y'all. Keep showing up. Like I said, we're here every day. If you miss the stream, don't worry. The streams will always be up on YouTube. Thank y'all so much for being here. Just watching is more than enough. You guys are completely killing it. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support. By the way, y'all are awesome. Keep doing what y'all are doing. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. Stay away from crazy people. We might end up making fun of you. Oh, it died. My camera died again. Stay safe out there, y'all. Peace. We'll be back tomorrow.
You can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got. It was built to last. Yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit.